I'm not just MAGA. I'm dark, gothic MAGA.
I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Can I go back? Can I go back, please? Bombs bursting, and I got too nervous. Gay parole. Through the night.
USA, 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 USA. Wah!
Do you know what a VTuber is?
Okay.
Have you heard of a VTuber before?
Nope.
No?
That's
I'm
all right.
the first one.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Thank you
Senator
so much
Sanders
for supporting VTubers.
Steve, Robbie Road steamer here. I'm wondering, when's the next insurrection, and can we storm the Burger King after this? Like, can we do that? I mean, doesn't he look great now? We were in Danbury the first month together. He looks great. You don't remember me? We were lifting weights and stuff in the weight room. When's the next insurrection? How are we gonna do this and stuff, man? You know what? If I'm leaving, I'm having a good time. He looks like Yoda with AIDS right now. Robbie Rhodes, Stephen, no political violence, people. This place smells like mothballs.
Should someone have to have a government-issued license to drive a car?
Hell no.
What's next? Requiring a license to make toast in your own damn toaster?
The license to drive? You know, I'd like to see some competency exhibited by people before they drive.
Because I do believe that children do need some protection. Yes, you should not be able to sell heroin to a 5-year-old.
But I'm serious. These are the kind of guys you like to smack in the ass.
Because together we can make this city Epstein's Island.
Let's not call it that, maybe.
I am Drew. I am Danny. And we are not the same person.
Chelsea's cat sticker stands next to other winners from our corner of Michigan, including Jane from Grosse Point's Werewolf, Gabby from Rockford's I Voted Yay, Caitlin from Lansing's, I'm cool, I voted flag salute. Michelle from West Bloomfield's, I voted deer. And Madeline from Livonia's, I voted fish.
No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off.
I want to thank some people real quick. I want to thank the Nelt.
Oh, that's so much better. Those lights were brutal. They come from the dishonest press? Where? Oh, don't turn them off. Forget it. We say, turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. Turn them off. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn them off. So much nicer. No, that's the way we...
Boys, Aiden Ross. I want to thank some people real quick. I want to thank the Nelt boys, Aiden Ross, Theo Vaughn, busting with the boys, and last but not least, the mighty and powerful Joe Rogan.
Miss Lark, can we join the Medicare for All caucus? If you get elected.
How are Sloan and Leroy?
How do you know my dog's names?
Genius you are. Can we stop with that? I appreciate it. I don't like the stupid turkeys. All right, let's just knock that stupid shit off, please. All right.
All right, that's fucking embarrassing. That whole fucking time. Jesus Christ. I mean, at least, Jesus Christ.
I did. I said I was leaving. And then the following day, get that through your dumb heads. The following day, I turned around and I said that there's no chance in the world that I'm leaving my country. Thank you very much.
Yo, thanks
all right?
for telling me that, yo.
I'm not leaving anyway. You leave. This is my country.
Leave. This is my country.
And I have every right, every single right within which to turn around when we stop so we can. All right, 2 seconds. I'm going to end up blocking this idiot.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Gov.
Is that Optimus Prime? It's nice.
It is a privilege to stand by your side.
Getting a good picture, everybody, so we look nice and handsome and thin.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
That was crazy. That was crazy when he just fucking dissed Kim Jong-un to his face.
Handsome and thin.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
The late, great Hannibal Lecter is a wonderful man. He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner.
Okay, this was
Texas and those 13 original colonies would have never signed the treaty that formed the first Constitution of the United States if they didn't think that their right to protect themselves and defend their own people was protected.
The things we say, the way we treat other people, working together is so important to preserve that freedom and to really value what we have here. We always had
What is going on? How is he in a jungle? What the fuck is going on in this? Why have I never seen this?
We can now proudly say what you've heard me say the last 6 months. Osama bin Laden is dead and General Motors is alive.
What? That wasn't the big moving statement I was expecting it to be.
Senator
Brian Kilmeade.
what season is it? It's Brat Summer at the DNC. Woo!
Hey, compared to the last one, somehow that's actually less cringe. That makes me want to Brian Kilmeade a bit less.
Say I don't know what a Brat Summer is, except I do. This is part of it, having a great time.
Fuck you, Cat.
And I got involved with the Taliban. I'm going up to my granddaughter's birthday in New York. Then we're going
I
to
just do not like
watch the debate.
I think Cuomo way more.
Tomorrow I'm doing 9/11. Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison.
If somebody breaks in my house, they're getting shot.
Yes. I
And
the West. So I say it's time to do something about the beetle kill. And Mr. Chair, I would like to yield to the chairman of the House Natural Resources Committee, Mr. West.
Something simple as a baby doll.
Oh God.
Could be just a baby doll,
but
but
hate him so fucking. But he's so hilarious though. He's so unintentionally hilarious because he's so fucking brain dead. Oh my God.
something
God,
simple as a baby doll. Could be just a baby doll, but also it could be a place where you could secrete or hide drugs.
What the fuck was that? I've never seen that clip.
On Monday in New York City, I will be forced to sit.
Wait, what? I never saw that.
Yeah, setting that off.
I never saw that. What the fuck?
I will be forced to
That's
sit.
fucking awesome. Listen. How have I never seen someone someone fucking mewing in the background of a Trump rally? That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, I sat in that office with those Sandy Hook parents. I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen it.
I remember changing diapers. You think Donald Trump ever changed a diaper?
What?
Yeah.
I think so.
I almost said that, but I decided I shouldn't say it. I almost said that.
It means like everything you eat, the stomach is speaking. It always does.
Now we have our very own dream house. But how do we get our D's?
What is this?
That's right,
What is this? I just made an iMovie.
Now you can even pay with
A credit card.
Wait, did that just now become a thing?
No, it's been a thing, but it took me getting elected to make it happen.
Let's keep pushing.
Cool. Thanks, Mike Duran.
Together.
Honorable, you said you were going to hold those accountable.
Public will hold them accountable. You better than the press hold them accountable because you know the truth.
Will you plan to speak with former President Trump?
Sorry, this makes me. It's just too recent for me to be able to laugh at it.
Now notice my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on my sweater already, mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface,
This compilation isn't as when I can. How about we come back to the American on some. He's got the swim like come from? Where did that Camry come from? It's the same generation as the Camry. It's like the one that I had. Going around a curve and and there was like I wasn't even speeding, but it was wet roads. I had shitty damn, I had shitty tires, and and when I was going around the curve, it was like a much tighter curve on the ramp than I was expecting. It was like a highway interchange ramp, and going like this kind of thing. But this curve part, I did not expect it to be so sharp. And then, but I wasn't even going fast. That's the crazy part. The guy behind me was actually even going a little bit faster. But then, I slipped. But then he stopped me starting to spin out, and he hit his brakes. So, then I started to spin out. I started to save it when the ramp got a bit wider again. But I think the main thing that made me spin out was when I hit that bump. It just when I was already kind of struggling for traction. With the wet roads and with the shitty tires. Oh shit, is that Audi SUV joining? Oh shit. Yeah, and then on the bump, I just couldn't keep holding. Whoa! No, I just could not keep holding. Like once I hit the bump, I couldn't hold traction. The wheels were just too slippery, and then it was like, oof. And then try to regain traction, and then the ramp narrowed again into the guardrail. Yeah. Like, it was not a high-speed impact. Like, airbags didn't deploy, didn't even damage the rim. That's the crazy part. Only reason why the I couldn't even go home was because, like, there was just like a metal piece from the the front of the fender that was just like or just like in the wheel well that was just like poking into the tire and just like blocking it from. I mean, I was able to get up onto the tow truck, obviously, but like I wasn't like, even that was tough. Like it was like boom, 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 boom. Like obviously it punctured the tire, but like even then I couldn't change it out. It was a piece of metal like sticking into it. But crazily, I wasn't going fast enough to even dent the rim, which is insane. But anyway. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna keep going back. Damn! Oh, the fucking Civic with Pennsylvania plates not even hitting their brakes is the part. Just fucking completely oblivious to everything, like most New York drivers. What are you flashing your brakes for? I've seen some people will do that when I'm cutting up and shit. Or not even just like cutting up, just like swimming and shit. Just like not on this level, just like very light level. I mean, if you, oh my god, stop. But like I was just like normal, and some guy just started flashing his brights. I was like, I wasn't even like going as fast as I sometimes do at that point, but I just started flashing his brights. I was like, what? I mean, I got a little bit nervous. I was like, is he trying to tell me there's a cop nearby? I looked around. I kind of like did just like a visual scan of just like all the cars like around me, behind me. I couldn't see anything that could possibly be a cop car, so I just kept it pushing. Yeah, like, wait, who was it who was flashing his brights? Was it this car? Yeah, it was a fucking Forester. Like, oh, you flash. Oh, he's gonna stop now. He's gonna stop speeding now. Thanks for flashing your brights. You're gonna stop. Oh, damn! Do you see that? I think that's the Audi S, probably an SQ something. What kind of Audi SUV? Jesus, that 3-laner right in front of that guy. Holy shit! Not busting a like a straight 3-laner directly, like when there's someone like that far forward in the lane over there, and like in the far lane is crazy. I would like only times I hit just like a straight 3-laner without kind of just like going like one lane checking and then making the lane and then going for the next lane. Like only time I do a clean 3-laner is like if I've seen that the left lane is complete and I could see it in front and behind. Like, and I know it's gonna be like, I know I have more than enough space, like way more than I would do than just for just like a cut over to the lane next to me. But yeah. Yeah, I can't even tell if that Audi SUV is like with them. So what's that car in front? What's that car like way in front? I can't even tell, bro. My monitor is not high res enough to even see that. It's just like 5 pixels. Ooh, he can't too fast. Forgetting about this part of the belt. It's like sorry, how rude of me. Cheers. Work zone speed limit 40. Yeah, I don't even think any of the people who are driving normal are. Except for maybe just like some of the dumbass TLC drivers, Uber drivers. Some of them will actually like just drive normal speed. Sometimes they'll drive just like normal speed, like a little bit above the speed limit, or just the speed limit, but in the fucking far left lane, because they treat all lanes as like the same. I'm just like, why am I going right behind you? You're going the speed limit in the left lane, and there's no one in front of you. Usually, I mean, I'll just like, wait, the chat fucking thing the chat thing on screen isn't updating. There we go. Okay. That fucking Silverado. A Ram. I said Silverado. I'm fucking retarded. That's clearly a Ram. Bro, how the fuck did I say Silverado? That's so retarded. Both of these guys trying to change lanes. Not so fucking fast. Oh, that's good. Smart of them. See, I do that too. Like, if someone's like, has their turn signal on, it looks like they're about to change their lane or they're starting to, I just make a cut over to like the lane next to where they're going. I just kind of give them both lanes at that point, just to give them space and just to be safe too, for my sake and for their sake. 981 was just like, oh, good brakes. He hit the gas and then just passing the wire. 981's music. 981's playlist always fucking slaps. Ooh, what's this song? Hold on. Bro, there's some... 981 has put me on to some good music. He put me on to Around Me, by Metro Boomin and Don Toliver. I need some of these lyrics. It's a Yebba Far Away featuring A$AP Rocky. It's good. Oh shit, and they're on one of the new repaved roads. Oh, are they? I dead can't tell if this is like one of the new repaved roads with just like tiny specks of like lane markings before they actually like fully paint it. Or oh nope, I think lane markings just fucking wore off. I was like, it's one or the other. Shit. Oh my, that was bold. Also, this guy just not even hitting his brakes is fun. Love that. Just no situational awareness at all. I mean, obviously you can't blame the other because you're the one fucking mugging out, taking the risks. Like, I'm not blaming it. I'm just saying, damn, how are you not gonna hit your brakes? Ooh. I mean, I know the vibes, so you just be skipping. Sometimes you just gotta find the right song for the vibe. Even if it's good, sometimes you gotta skip just to get the right song for the vibe. I know how it is. We all know. If you drive, if you just listen to music. So this is the Cross Island. Like it's like everybody cuts up on here, so it's like a good highway if you want to find people and shit. Like, and it's curvy, like it's a curvy highway. It can get pretty, like, it's good traffic for cutting up at night and shit, like really good, because like you'll have like a bunch of gaps, but then people will just like ride lanes like retards, just like at like the same speed. So then you can just boom, boom, boom. But thing is, it's so fucking bumpy and like uneven. Some curves are uneven. It's like shit. You can see bumps like even at the speed they're going, and at night you can even fucking see the bumps. And like, see, I get why they have the drain here, like why they have it like the side of the road here, because like if there's a grassy median, you can't really median because they won't water from the road. But see up here, like they put the drains on the road, even though there's a fucking shoulder that's level with the road right next to it. Why did they not just put the drain in the shoulder like pretty much every other fucking highway, like ever? Like, why would you put the drain in the fucking roadway? And also, it has such a big fucking divot for one. Like, you come to expect it when you're driving in New York, so that's why you had to double hand it. But like, that's one of the reasons why. Like, I mean, some interstates even have it. It's just like the highways that still have like the old design, like Robert Moses era design. Oh, take the southern, okay. But yeah, right up here is home to one of the fucking lowest overpasses in the city. I think it's like 7'6" or something insane. Okay, yeah, you can't really see how fucking dark it is. That minivan wasn't even too fucking far from the roof, pretty far from the overpass. There's 4 lanes here. That one's 9-foot one clearance. I'm trying to read what the number is. I can't. Oh, I think it's actually lower clearance going the other way, I think that one's actually like 8-foot one way, but it's a lot lower clearance going the other way because the road is banked there. Yeah, the southern is a great highway for cutting up. You gotta watch out. You gotta like use Waze or something, or just be careful. Like, keep your fucking eyes out for cops. But it's such a good highway for cutting. It's such a good highway for cutting up if you can get it with like low traffic. Just so you can speed enough. But like people just. Because like it's 4 lanes going each way for a lot of it, and it's super bendy, and it's like kind of like a New York Parkway. It's like not up to interstate standards, so it's kind of like cool with like all like the sharp bends, kind of uneven. You kind of have to be on. You have to be on your shits. But you have 4 lanes, so you can move. Like, yeah, I don't go out to like a lot. I don't cut up a lot in the city anymore. I mean, I'm saying I cut up. Like, I don't really swim a lot in the city anymore. But that's because I mostly drive in Jersey. Like, I just drive out here to Jersey. I just like the highways there more. I like when I'm driving, I'll just go out to Jersey. But like if I'm going somewhere in the city, I'll probably just. But like if I want to go out for a drive or something, I'm probably gonna go more car dependent and shit. Car friendly. And yeah. Was that just the base, or was that a road, like a pothole or a drain or something? I can't tell. Also, that turn is like. What? Yeah. Yeah, that guy was going crazy slow to the left lane. Bro, you have 4 lanes. Just get out the left. Not bad, you get out the lane. Another thing about like all the Long Island parkways, especially, I mean, New York City parkways have this to an extent, but especially Long Island parkways, like all the fucking like exit and entrance ramps and just like exit entrance interchanges are like all the ramps are so fucking sharp, like they're crazy sharp, and also like have like super short deceleration and acceleration lanes. You gotta just like fucking slam on the brake, slam on the accelerator. Like that'll train you. But also, look at this, like look at the weirdness of this curve. This is not like you would not find this on an interstate. Just look at the visibility too. The interstates, there's part of the guidelines is like there needs to be like a certain amount of distance you'll have a visibility at all times. But right here, you just can't see over the hill like at all. There's no there's no visibility over the hill at all, which is just not a thing on interstates. That's a sharp hill crest too. And also pretty steep slopes. And then come around, yeah. And then the fourth lane becomes an exit only, and it's not quite as fun after this. You know, I think. Oh, what the fuck? This is a 540 snow. This guy's a bit crazy. This guy's a bit crazier. This guy works with Squeeze Benz. 981. They're swim team, and they're like they cut up and shit, but like their shit's smooth. I mean, there's some cuts that I think they're a little crazy, but like I don't think they white line like at all. They're like in the world of cutting up nobody's safe in that. But comparing him to like 981 and the swim guys to like Squeeze Benz and this guy 540 snow, he's probably safe. See a police chase soon? Yeah, maybe. There might be one of this. He's in LA. This is the guy who works with Squeeze, who's gonna like work with Squeeze Benz. Says Los Angeles Aceto server hours before a car meet. Shit, I forgot my fucking webcam is on my laptop. I'm retarded. They both just got out of his way real quick. It's a cool POV. Feels like I'm in the car. I like that. I like that previous beat. Oh, local road is kind of high. I mean, then again, California is so car centric. They walk. This road is like highway. I mean, it's a bus. Bus is there. I mean, in all seriousness, they should really just keep it to the freeway, because there are people. It's 2 a.m. and I'm replacing my insulin pump. Oh shit. I want to see him get on the freeway. There we go. There we go. Welcome back though, Annie. How are y'all doing? I'm doing all right. I've just been insanely stressed with school. School's just been fucking insane. Like today, even including today, I don't know, I felt like streaming. Also took a certain medication for my ADHD. Rhymes with Bladderall. And I mean, I have it for my ADHD. Like, it's prescribed to me. I'm not like buying that shit. Fuck that. Like, it's giving me enough energy to stream, even after all my work. But yeah, no, I've been insanely busy. I hope it gets easier soon. Thanks. Yeah, no, it's just been. Oh shit! I think that guy had crashed. That stuff. This camera's moving around way too fucking much. It's got straight in the HOV lane. Oh yeah, right. Oh shit. I mean, it's just final season, really. That's why it's so fucking and like approaching final season. And hey, you got all these lanes, might as well fucking use them, right? Not like they're solving traffic anyway. This music is like way too pitched down for me to even really hear anything. 981 pitches his shit, so at least I can kind of hear. Okay, smart. Good chemistry. I like they didn't overtake there. Damn, bro. That one guy was just trying to change lanes. He's like, shit, it's still not clear. He's like, damn, I thought it was clear. Uh-oh, you're in the HOV lane. That means you can't get out of it. Can't cross it. I was gonna say double white line, but single white line and a double yellow. He crossed it. How dare he? Love that he's still signaling. I mean, signaling is not even just for like the law or whatever. I mean, it's also good to just like, I mean, at least make it somewhat safer. Show the other people who you're cutting up with, like where you're going, and even just like the traffic around you, so that at least they know. Even though you're going real fast, if they know you're gonna get left, they'll get out of the lane. The guy cutting up is the guy. Hold on. Keep lower left corner. Does this motherfucker have his phone out while he's driving, while he's cutting up? He's just holding. Oh my god. I mean, it looks like he's a bit behind the other guys. He kind of fell back. Did he? Did he? Did he? Professionals have standards. I will say, if there's any professionals in this game, I would say it's the 981 and the swim guys. I'm getting bored. I mean, so maybe some worst drivers
Here on Wham Bam Dash
worst drivers of Washington.
We've shown you over 1,000 dash cam videos sent in by our fans, and we
Oh,
serve up
that was
20
quite
new
the
ones.
dodge.
We've shown you over 1,000 dash cam videos sent in by our fans, and we serve up 20
all
new
dodged
ones
it. They were
every
all-
week. Today we're showcasing some of the craziest clips we've ever featured, so buckle up for Wham Bam Dash Cam's Worst Drivers of Georgia, Volume 1.
Shit.
This submitter was driving through an intersection when he watched the Toyota Corolla in front
Oh,
of
I
him
mean, I
get
just need some
T-boned by a
pretzels.
Nissan driver running a red
Oh wait,
light.
where are we starting? Do I recognize this? Okay.
Corolla in front of
Fucking
him
Atlanta.
get
Okay.
T-boned by a Nissan driver running a red light.
Typical. Fucking Altima. Is that an Altima or a Sentra? Yep, of course it's an
Submitter
Altima.
stopped and gave a copy of his dashcam video to the Toyota driver for their insurance claim and police report. He told us he hopes this footage will inspire people to be more aware of traffic signals. Jeffrey watched a red Mustang sideswipe a white Nissan Leaf, starting a chain reaction that would ultimately involve Jeffrey's Ram 2500 as well.
Oh, that Nissan Leaf was cutting up. What the fuck? Why was a Nissan Leaf cutting up?
His Ram 2500 as well.
Nah, it is kind of on the. I mean,
action that would ultimately.
Thing is, if you're cutting up, like, you kind of lose responsibility. I mean, you kind of have to assume responsibility.
Ultimately involve Jeffrey's Ram
So they have to
2500
be
as
extra
well.
careful. But like, he did put on his signal, so he thought, okay, no, it's not on the Mustang at all, because he put on a signal for this lane, then turned it off,
Jeffrey's Ram
and then turned his signal on
as well.
again, and then there was a second in between. It wasn't like he just put it on and then changed lanes. Like, yeah, no, that's the thing. If there's dense traffic like that, you just can't. Hit your brakes! Hit your brakes! Why didn't you hit your brakes? Bro, if you see an accident like that, you just gotta fucking hit your brakes, bro, because you gotta expect some shit to happen.
Jeffrey told us that every southbound lane of the highway was shut down by first
Damn.
responders until the wreckage could be cleaned up.
Damn.
Thankfully, nobody was
No,
seriously
because it covered
injured
like
in
the whole
collision.
fucking highway, though. Like, it's.
Gabriel watched a driver in Georgia shoot the gap, and their two vehicles came within inches of colliding.
Oh.
We don't know why people
least the
try
other guy
this.
said that.
If you can't see who's coming, wait until you can.
Yeah.
Shooting blindly in
So in New York, I feel like if someone did this, they'd just be like, "The fuck were you doing?" They dead ass would.
the street is never safe. Steven was headed down a highway
I've literally
express
had something
lane
like
when he
that
watched
happen
a car
before, and
lose a
that's how
wheel,
they
which
reacted.
bounced across the highway and nearly struck his Ford Focus. Thankfully,
That's
Steven
good.
avoided
See?
colliding
Again,
with the tire
gotta hit your
before
brakes.
swerving around it, and he told us nobody was immediately behind him. He didn't stop,
Good.
but he told us the car that lost the tire was able to safely pull over. This submitter was on his way to watch a game with friends when he suddenly noticed a silver SUV flying up behind him.
Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
The
Oh, he
SUV
saved
driver
it.
lost control on the
Let's
wet
go.
road surface, barely avoiding a collision with the guardrail before straightening back out and continuing to speed down the
Fucking
highway.
PTSD, bro.
Our submitter says, "Get some good tires,
Yeah,
people."
I mean,
I'm not
if
sure
I
if
sw-
the
if
tires were the issue
my
here,
spin out was
or
on a
if this
highway, I
close
probably
call
would have
was
been okay.
caused
But I
by
mean,
excessive speed.
yeah, well, that's not what mine was caused by.
Jared was taking his girlfriend to work when traffic suddenly slowed down.
Lightning
He'd left
McQueen.
himself plenty of room to slow down, but the driver
Lightning
behind him
McQueen
hadn't.
stanky leg.
Watch what happened when he suddenly changed lanes.
Oh, what the fuck, bro? That's brainless.
Watch what happened when he suddenly changed lanes.
Okay, I mean, but
Watch what happened
okay. To be fair, though,
when he
the
suddenly
truck.
changed
It looks like because
lanes.
I can't tell if the POV car hit his brakes or if the truck driver accelerated. It did look.
Watch what happened when he suddenly changed
Oh, when traffic
lanes.
suddenly slowed down. I'm retarded.
The driver of the Hyundai didn't realize a semi was driving in the
How do you
neighboring
not
lane and
didn't
flipped the
realize
front
a
of it,
massive
sending them into a
fucking
spin.
semi was there?
Thankfully,
How
they
do you
managed
not
to
see that?
regain control and pull
Jesus
over to the shoulder.
Christ, bro.
Jared continued, so his girlfriend Selena
Maybe a bit
wouldn't be
of both.
late for work, but he sent along a shout out for her after telling her for months that it would only be a matter of time before he had a video to send us. Robin watched the driver of a black Ford pull out in front of a work truck, forcing the driver to slam on the brakes.
Yeah.
Robin told us the lady driving the Ford floored it and kept going, leaving the driver of the work truck to collect himself before they both continued.
Nice.
Here comes another red light runner about to learn an expensive lesson.
Oh, dumbass, dumbass, dumbass. Why do people do that shit?
Jeff watched a hatchback fly through a red light and get clipped by an oncoming Subaru before sliding sideways and hitting a Jeep facing the other way. Jeff told us police
How do you
and
do that shit? Why
firefighters
do you do that
responded.
shit?
Thankfully,
Jesus
there were no
Christ.
injuries. Jeff also said he bought his dash cam right after we started the Wham Bam Dash Cam channel. If you need a dash cam, check the link in the description for the brand our team uses in our own cars. Zach watched a silver
plug.
SUV make a legal right on red up at the intersection ahead, but then the driver of a utility truck pulling a trailer also made a right on red without stopping or waiting for traffic to clear.
Bruh. Not only that, he went into the second lane.
Zach slammed on his brakes.
Bro,
and
forget the
narrowly
right on
avoided
red. He went into the second lane.
colliding with the trailer.
Bro, even the first car.
Remember what we said last week?
I mean, I guess the first car.
It's
Well, the
not
first car
to
didn't
narrowly
accelerate
avoid
like
colliding.
at all. It looks like the first car, like, I mean, maybe they did, but I mean, they're probably just driving. I mean, they're just driving. I mean, if you're just driving normal, like, why would you peel out? Like, I mean, I guess like different case. I'd probably hit the shit in the floor, but like.
With the trailer. Remember
I can't
what
really
we said
apply
last
my
week?
standards
It's
sitting
not
there
the
driving it.
responsibility of other
Like-
drivers to make room for you. Don't force others
I'm
to slow
such a
down. Not the responsibility.
Jesus Christ! I thought that said
avoided
sign over
colliding
here. I thought that shit said
with the
tittle
trailer.
It's
Remember
fucking
what we
tittle
said
max.
last
I'm
week?
tittle
It's
maxing.
not the responsibility of other drivers to make room for you. Don't
I
force
would
others to slow down or
do
stop.
some tittles right now.
Fox was driving his Ford Fusion when he watched another driver run a stop sign right in front of a sheriff's deputy.
Bruh.
I bet you can guess what happened next.
Well, not only
Sign
that, I mean,
right
bro, forgetting running the stop sign. I mean, he didn't. Did he?
in
Did he
front.
run the stop sign?
Fox was driving his Ford Fusion when he watched another driver run a
Oh
stop
yeah,
sign
rolling stop. Okay, yeah, and
right
I mean, even if he did stop, he still just went into like the farthest
in
lane,
front
so he
of
probably
the
still
sheriff's
would have.
deputy. I bet you can guess what happened next.
Shaka, I tell you.
Party lights, instant justice, you get the drill. We're
You
guessing
get
that
the drill.
driver, on the other hand, got a ticket.
Skittles, the
Whoopsie.
short term for titty Skittles, estrogen.
The trucker who sent us this video
That's
was
fucking
waiting for
awesome.
a green light before turning because he had a heavy load.
That's
and couldn't
fucking
accelerate.
awesome.
This video was waiting for a green light before turning because he had a heavy load and couldn't accelerate very quickly. It seems that another trucker couldn't wait
Sure.
and decided to cut in front of him.
What the fuck?
Decided to cut in front of to accelerate very quickly.
CDL, God, your CDL, God, just shred it. Put that bitch in the shredder, bro. Your
It seems
CDL.
that another trucker
Forget about
couldn't
it, bro.
wait
Forget
and
about your
decided
job.
to
Forget
cut
about
in
your
front
career.
of him.
Why? Like, why though? How fucking squeeze semi out here. Like,
The
why
other
is he
truck's trailer
crashing the fuck
flipped
out?
the
Like,
corner
bro, it's crashing
of our
out.
Submitter's Freightliner,
I'm not
removing
just
a
making that
headlight
up.
and
Titty Skittles is a phrase used to refer to. Oh, okay, fair. I mean, yeah, you still made the connection
the
though.
front
I'll give you
bumper.
that.
The
What's
other
good,
truck
bruh?
sustained a
What's
deflated
literally? What's good, bruh?
tire, and both drivers immediately pulled over. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, and the two truckers
Okay, at
were
least
able
that.
to laugh it off with no hard feelings
Really?
after settling the issue with the police and their insurance
I'm
providers.
surprised. I'm really surprised. They fucking laughed that off? What the
The other
fuck?
trucks-
How do you just laugh that off? That other guy just
Decided
did
to
like
cut
the
in
most
front-
hostile.
To accelerate,
I mean, that's a New Yorker. I mean, with me, the thing is, like, I'd be fine with that happily. I'd be fine with that. But the average person probably
very quickly.
would not be.
It seems that another trucker couldn't wait and decided to cut in front of
Wait,
him.
what? Titty Skittles? Like, there's a sign that said like Title Max or something, and I thought it said Tittle Max. And then Annie said Tittle's a short term for Titty Skittles.
The other truck's trailer clipped the corner of our Submitter's Freightliner, removing a headlight and part of the front bumper.
Okay, so
The
it's
other
not that
truck
bad of a
sustained
crash, to be
deflated
fair.
tire and
No,
were able
but
to
why
laugh
did
it
that other truck do that?
for dinner when they suddenly watched another driver lose
I guess when
control
you get
and
two
come spinning down the
chill
road
guys.
directly toward them.
Whoa! Oh! That was what was in the beginning of it. What a fucking dodge! Also, everybody on the road knows how to drive that day. You got everybody, like, that guy, this guy up there? Oh, this guy, watch this guy.
Toward them.
Watch this guy. That's impressive. That's impressive. I don't even know if he would have hit him.
Toward them.
Wait, no, because he's right here. He might have hit them, but regardless, that's good reflexes, especially for a car like that. That's really good space situational awareness. I mean, as a New York driver, I'm surprised when I see it. Everyone's actually paying attention for once. Wow. Actually, I mean, that actually is pretty. What in the flying fuck is that? What in the flying fuck is that vehicle back there? Is that a BAC Mono? What the? Is that a Polaris Slingshot or something? What the? That one car? What the fuck is that?
Maharshi's cousin Smith dodged the spinning car, whose driver was evidently
oh my god, it's
running
him,
from
the bruh. The bruh 111, the bruh Drifto. Il Vento Drifto.
After shutting down a nearby intersection by doing donuts. Incredibly, nobody was worth it. You never know when you'll need it. Maharshi said that investing in a dash cam
they were
is
paying
worth
attention
it.
way
You
before
never know
too.
when you'll
Wait,
need
did
it.
that red car hit the other guy?
Said that investing in a dash cam is worth it.
Wait, did that red car hit this back here?
You never know when you'll need it, and you'll never regret having one.
I can't tell, actually.
Roy was driving
I know
north
where
down
this
a
is.
Georgia highway when
I think
he
I know
watched
exactly
a
where this
Tesla
is.
get sideswiped by a Nissan pickup truck.
Never mind, I'm lying. I have no idea where this is.
Along with both involved drivers, Roy pulled over on the shoulder. He quickly gave his contact info to the Tesla driver
That car
and
hurt
asked
itself
them
in
to reach out for
confusion
the
on-
footage
yeah.
before leaving to get to an appointment on
Probably.
time. The Tesla driver never did contact him, but maybe his own Tesla cam footage was sufficient to prove what had happened.
Christ. Like,
Roy
just
told
look
us
at-
the
just-
side view mirror had been broken off the Tesla and there was damage to the right side.
Yeah, the side view mirror was broken off the Tesla. The Ram still had one before and after. Should have fucking used that shit. Like, Jesus Christ.
Andrew was headed to a store when he approached a roundabout notorious for collisions and close calls. As he approached it,
that's 100% the driver's fault, because this roundabout looks perfectly designed.
he was
I don't see
surprised
any problem with
that
the
it seemed
design
to
of
be
this.
empty, but it wouldn't be for long.
How do you fuck that up?
Surprised that it seemed
It's
to be
not
empty, but
that
it wouldn't be
hard. Look,
for
there's an
long.
island right there. It's just like a normal slip lane. If you're in the right turn lane, why would you get in that lane if you know you're not going to turn right? You know you're going to either just like go straight or go left. If you know you're not going right, why would you be in the right lane? What the fuck? I'm sorry, that shit actually pissed me the fuck off. That should actually piss me off.
The driver of a black SUV was in a lane that
How?
bypasses the roundabout to turn
Yeah.
right. But instead,
Obviously.
she started driving across the white stripes to go into the roundabout, nearly hitting Andrew. She didn't
Jesus
stop until Andrew
Christ.
glared.
Truck bro was overreacting like a football player faking an age. I can't read tonight. Jesus Christ. Oh, truck bro was overreacting like a football player faking an ankle injury. yeah.
The horn,
There we go.
and he told us she looked at him as if he had done something
Wait. She didn't stop until Andrew blared the horn, and he told us she looked at him as if he had done something
wrong. Personally, I think that's the worst part. She
same.
probably still thinks what she was doing was completely safe and legal.
Okay, I don't think she knows. I don't think she thinks that what she was doing was completely legal. Like, even she has to know that wasn't. She's probably just thinking like, okay, yeah, I miss my shit. But like, come on, she was probably thinking like, oh, you should have seen me. Like, bro,
Drew turned into a
no.
parking lot before texting his
You're the one who
partner,
has to
"We
yield
finally
if you
have
do some
something for
dumbass shit like
Wham
this.
Bam." He said they usually end their day by watching Wham Bam videos together. Aww.
Aw.
Richard encountered the driver of a blue car who seemed to be a bit confused about the rules of the road.
Want to tell him, aw. Hey.
After turning into the oncoming lane
Oh,
by
got hit
mistake,
by
the
reading
other driver hit
comprehension
the juice
curse.
pedal and moved into
Alcohol.
the correct lane.
Not wrong.
Thankfully, they were far enough away from any oncoming traffic to avoid a collision.
Liquid dyslexia.
Dito was headed to Kroger
The
for
drunken
some
sailor
fruit.
music,
As
that
he
hits
turned
so
through a gap in
perfectly.
traffic, he was
Right as I
surprised
was
when a
reading
driver
that,
coming
that's
down
awesome.
a turn-only lane crossed solid white lines to continue straight and run into Dito's Lexus.
Wait.
For some fruit. As he turned through a gap in traffic, he was surprised when a driver coming down a turn-only lane crossed solid white lines to continue straight and run into Dito's Lexus.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
You can't really see it in the dashcam video, so
Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah. No.
Here's a better
They're
view of the
totally
road
at fault.
markings the other driver
Yeah. No, so it's not like the right turn lane continues through. It actually it ends right there. Yeah.
ignored. Cops responded and cited the other driver, but Dito is still waiting for his
Hold the fuck on. Are those tires, bro? How are you not dead? Bro, you have drag slicks. Those are drag slicks, bro. Holy shit.
insurance provider to get back to him. Noah was driving.
My pod didn't inject the needle properly, so now I need to. Oh, fuck. That tires balder than Joe Rogan.
Came barreling down the road,
The driver took when there is a will, there is a way too, literally. Yeah. Damn, bro. It's a tiny ass country road. Why are you
crossing well into Noah's lane?
Don't treat that shit like a rally driver. What the hell? Wait.
Crossing well into Noah's lane.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, bro, slow the fuck down.
Noah estimates his own speed at 40 miles per hour and the other drivers at over 60.
Holy shit.
He said the
I think
SUV
that was
left
over.
skid marks when the driver
Over
slammed
60.
on the brakes
definitely.
to avoid a collision,
Gotta be on
and
the
they
over.
were still there when he went home from work.
Okay,
Noah
okay.
told
I
us
mean,
he loved
60
their
actually does
videos,
seem
but
fair,
he'd
but
hoped never
for
to
a
be
road
making
like
this a
that,
mission.
60 is way too
At
fast
least
for a
it was
road
just a
like
close
that. Are
call
you
and
insane?
not an accident.
Even like 40, I'd feel like I'd be going.
Luke was driving home
like
from work
50
when
maybe?
he noticed another driver
This
on her
is
phone
insane.
as she
In a
drove
truck.
past him in the other lane.
Ford on
A
Ford
little
rally
further down
drive.
the road, a truck was
This
broken
car's
down,
more worn
partially
down than my
blocking the
butt
lane.
after being exposed to 15. Okay. What was it?
A truck was broken down, partially blocking the lane.
Oh shit! Wait,
A truck was broken down,
bruh, she was on her phone. Oh,
partially
God, I have no fucking pity for on your phone. Like, bro,
blocking the.
for me, I think I have the most insane screen time out of anyone. Like, I probably whatever your screen time is, I'm sure mine's. Like, my screen time is ridiculous. My brain is fried. But even me, when I'm driving, bro, just eyes on the road. It's not that hard. If you have ADHD, which I do, I have insane ADHD. Like, since like fucking, I got diagnosed when I was like 5 or something. Like, bro, the road, there's a lot to fucking keep you interested. Just watch the shit that's happening on the road. It's enough to keep you interested. I promise you.
Lane.
You don't need to look at your phone. Just text them later. Or text your fucking sneaky link later.
Somehow, the
Like,
other driver
you can wait.
failed to notice the truck's flashing lights until it was
Doesn't
too late
matter
to
if you're
avoid
getting
a
bloody
collision.
roadhead,
Even
eyes
though
on the
she hit
road.
brakes,
Facts.
the SUV
So you can have
slid
your
into
eyes
the
on the
back
road.
of
You can just be
pickup. Luke stopped and called 911. Amazingly, even though the
I did
SUV
not need to
driver
act that
admitted
out.
to being on her phone, the police gave the pickup driver a ticket for impeding traffic. Luke gave him a copy of his dashcam video so he could
They gave
fight
the
it in
pickup
court.
driver a ticket?
Thankfully,
They gave the pickup driver a ticket? I mean, I guess, but like,
on
bro,
her
if he didn't have a
phone,
choice, then,
911.
and he had his hazards on, why would you give the pickup? I mean,
Amazingly,
I guess the pickup could have gone on the grass. No, the
even though
pickup
the
could have gone on the
SUV
grass.
driver admitted to being on her phone, the police gave the pickup driver a ticket for impeding traffic.
So the SUV driver actually took accountability. Okay, at least, but like,
Luke
bro,
gave him a copy of
okay.
his dashcam video so he could fight it in
Seeing
court.
the surroundings alone
Thankfully,
is
the pickup
enough
only
to,
sustained minor damage,
yeah,
but
too
the
much
SUV
stimulation.
was
Road trips
totaled
without
by the
music feel lit if you
impact.
look out. True.
This emitter was on his way home
Shit,
after
I
getting
still
gas
need music,
when he
I ain't
noticed
gonna lie.
traffic slowing down. In his impatience, he made what he admits
That's not
was
even
a
just for my
stupid
attention
decision to
shit,
use
that's
the
just
center
for-
turn lane to reach his upcoming left turn lane.
Yeah.
Without warning, a minivan emerged from between other cars, nearly
See-
hitting our submitter
see, I would do that
head-on.
too, so I
Both
can't even
drivers
fully
skidded
knock
to a
him, but
stop
yeah.
Before the minivan driver continued,
It is
waving
definitely your fault.
apologetically. Our submitter told us
See,
he
it's-
was only a teenager back then, and his driving has improved a lot
Fair
since
enough.
then. He
The
hopes this
minivan
video will
driver was
teach others to be
apologizing, like,
patient
bro, it's
while
not even
driving
your
and
fault.
not to make unsafe turns across traffic. Austin was headed to the mall with his friends Dallas and Leo. When their protected left turn arrow turned
No
green,
fucking way. No fucking way. There's someone named Austin who's friends with someone named Dallas.
to the
That's
mall with his
awesome.
friends Dallas and Leo.
He needs to meet
When
someone
their
named
protected
Houston.
left turn arrow turned green, an oncoming driver ran their
Or just Antonio.
red light and cut in front of Austin.
That was super awesome.
Austin slammed the brakes and honked while
Bruh.
the other driver kept on going.
Bro,
Amazingly,
what?
if we freeze the footage, we can
Even named
confirm what
Hoxton,
Austin told
too.
us he saw. The other driver was holding her phone when she ran the red light.
Bruh.
I could be wrong, but
The
it also
fucking
looks
sparkling.
like there's a baby carrier in the back seat. I wonder if she's on her way to the
Damn,
annual
bro.
Parenting Awards show.
Shit, she should be on her way to
Victor was
CPS.
driving his
Give your
Toyota
child up,
Tundra,
bro.
following his mom's Honda CR-V loaded with relatives. As the intersection ahead of them cleared, they finally had an opportunity to turn just as the light turned yellow.
Bruh. It was not your light yet, bro. What the fuck were you doing? Brainless, bro. Brainless.
Before the other light turned
I've driven
green,
on highways
a
with
driver
no
on the right
scenery
hit
and
the
I need
gas
music.
before
Facts.
plowing
Any
into the side
highway,
of
I
the
need
CR-V.
music.
Victor
With
told
scenery,
us the
without
driver denied that she'd
shit.
run a red light, but she
On the
also
highway, I
wouldn't
need
call the
music.
cops as she
Even on city
didn't have a
streets.
license. Victor called them instead, then waited
Honestly,
for
it's
them as
actually
the driver's
especially
male
on city
friend,
streets.
perhaps her boyfriend, arrived. Victor let the cops talk
Like-
to them first, and he told us the driver started looking at the
I can do a
sky when asked
podcast if
for
it's
her
like some
license.
funny shit. If I'm just
Now
doing
it
like a
was
longer
Victor's
drive.
turn. He told the officer he had dash cam footage, and when the cop watched it from inside Victor's truck, he immediately found the other driver responsible. He ended up citing her for operating without a license, running a red light, and causing a collision. Victor told us they're still dealing with the insurance provider, but they're going to demand the CR-V be repaired by Honda. Virginia was driving along in
Coming.
her Ford Bronco when
Oh,
the
y'all
driver
can't
of
see
a
it.
Mazda in a left turn lane changed his mind and suddenly cut back into the straight lanes.
Bruh. Bruh.
Thankfully, Virginia was able to swerve
How
and brake
stupid
while
can you
honking,
get?
avoiding a collision with the meandering Mazda. She told us the driver had 2 kids in the vehicle with him and he never acknowledged his mistake.
Jesus. At least some of them take
Rebecca was
accountability.
getting ready to turn left to get onto a Georgia highway
This
when
one's
the
also
Dodge
incoming.
Camaro in front of her began rolling backward. Even though she honked,
How do you
the
have no
driver didn't get their foot on the brake and
How do you have no scenery though? Like even desert counts on music. It's lit like free bird, yeah. Yeah, but scenery though. I mean, if you're going through like an industrial area or just like same scenery, just like the same trees the whole time, nothing real, just like open, yeah, just like open fields, but and like nothing else. Just like I guess it's like mainly if it's like the same thing for the whole trip.
time.
Okay, like I've seen. Bro, what? What were you thinking?
Sorry, did I say Dodge Camaro? Obviously I meant Chevy Mustang. Not like it matters, since they're both basically just a reskin of the Ford Charger. Anyway, there wasn't any damage to either vehicle, so both drivers continued on their way. I must admit, it's refreshing to see the full skill of
Oh, it was a
transmission
manual.
drivers
Okay.
on display. Sean's
And
stepdad was test
roads
driving
never
Sean's
succeed.
mom's Jeep
Facts.
Cherokee while trying to diagnose a transmission problem. Without warning, an oncoming driver
Anyway.
crossed double yellow lines and veered into his lane. Thankfully, he was able to swerve to the shoulder and avoid a head-on collision. Sean asked us to
A
shout
simple
out his
mistake.
stepdad Mike as well as his mother Bobby. They watch all the Wham
That
Bam
seems like
channels
just a
together
simple
as
mistake.
a family.
Driving through industrial
Jared was headed
wastelands
to
is
the
pure
airport
pain,
when
especially
he
with
watched
open
a dump
windows.
truck cut across
Yeah.
multiple lanes to avoid taking a highway exit. Suddenly, a semi-driver began merging onto the road from the shoulder, but watch what
Bruh.
happened next.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Jared merged left to go around the slow-moving semi, but the trucker continued
fuck?
across his lane, forcing him to a stop
Bruh.
as the truck crossed the gore point to get back on the highway.
Thankful
Jared
that-
told us he was nearly rear-ended as well.
Let's see, if someone does that to me, I'm finding your company and I'm calling them. Normally, I wouldn't do it if they're just like some simple shit. I don't want to get you fired or anything. Damn near take my life out. I am calling the company. PDL.
Here on Wham Bam Dashcam, we've shown you over 1,000 dashcam
We get
videos
this
sent
started.
in by our fans,
I need to go
and we
pee
serve
real
up
quick.
20
I'll be
new
right
ones
back.
every week. Today, we're showcasing some of the craziest clips we've ever featured, so buckle up for Wham Bam Dashcam's Worst Drivers of Washington, Volume 1. Tyler was on his way home when a Mazda driver entering the highway failed to yield and sideswiped his Ford Fiesta. Both drivers stopped and exchanged information before Tyler continued on his way home. He also pointed out that the other driver hadn't been using his turn signal at the time of the collision. Sean was on his way back to Seattle and pulled over to check his phone for a good place to eat. As he pulled into a mostly empty parking lot, an elderly driver didn't see him entering and began backing up. When Sean honked, the driver of the Toyota Camry initially stopped, but then he seemed to floor it in reverse, backing directly into Sean's brand new Audi Q7. The man accepted fault and gave Sean his insurance information. The estimate to repair the damage came to $5,000 US. D-Nice, was driving home from work when she watched a wheel come off the trailer in front of her on the interstate. D-Nice was able to brake in time to avoid getting hit by the wayward wheel while the driver pulled over. She sent along a shout out for her daughter Courtney, who loves watching our videos. Muhammad was leaving a parking lot when another driver made a U-turn as he was trying to go around her. Both drivers pulled over and exchanged information, and Muhammad told us he's now working through the insurance claim process. This submitter was approaching a construction zone when the driver ahead of him got impatient and decided to drive against a flagger's stop sign.
Hold on. We just...
Today we're showcasing the highway. He also pointed out that the other driver hadn't been colors.
Oh.
This submitter was approaching a construction...
Whoa, wait, what was it?
Muhammad was leaving a parking lot when another driver made a U-turn as he was trying to go around her.
Oh. He pit maneuvered.
Both drivers
He fully fucking pitted them
over and exchanged information.
Yo, that was a
Muhammad
clean
told
pit
us
maneuver.
He's now
though.
working through the insurance claim process.
Yeah. See, like, I can't 100% see. Oh yeah, right. It is a 2-lane road, right? Right? Is it just 1 lane going that way, or is it 2 lanes? Yeah.
Both drivers
they didn't even
and
use their
exchanged
signal.
information,
Why
and
would you not
Muhammad
use
told us he's now working through the insurance claim
Also,
process.
why didn't they just make them left? Was there like, was there a median or something?
Made a U-turn as he was
Oh
trying
yeah, there
to
was a
go
median.
around
Okay.
her.
Yeah, but like, why would they not just like?
Both drivers pulled over.
Dog, I
and
got an
exchanged
oil
information,
ad on the
and
stream.
Muhammad
What the
told us
fuck?
He's now working through the insurance claim process.
Making money off. I don't know
This
how I
submitter
feel
was
about
approaching
making
a
money off of
construction
oil
zone
companies
when the driver ahead of
advertising.
him got impatient and decided to drive against a flagger's stop sign.
Damn, what the fuck? Holy shit! Yo!
The flagger did his best to block the driver's path, but they continued, forcing him to jump out of the way. Our submitter gave the flagger a copy of his dashcam video in case he or his employer want to file charges. I'm surprised that flagger didn't deposit
bro.
his stop sign into that driver's windshield.
He
If
should've,
you'd been
honestly.
that flagger, what would
Honestly.
you have done?
Yeah,
Let
just-
us know in the comments.
Maybe not the windshield, but maybe the side window. I did the side window.
Ryan was on his way to
Rear
work
window.
when he watched the driver of a pickup truck run a red
I mean, if
light
it's my
right in
job,
front
though,
of
I don't
him.
think I'm doing that.
The
Oh
pickup
yeah.
truck run a red light
There's kind of a split decision. Like, do you hit your brakes or do you pull?
right in front of him.
Yeah, the Jeep. See, I could feel that split decision.
Ryan hit the brakes as soon as he noticed the pickup wasn't stopping, but the driver of the Jeep in the lane next to him wasn't as aware and got T-boned. Ryan
What
pulled over
even
and
is a
gave
Strode?
both
Like
drivers
all
his
streets
business
are
card
roads. I mean, the meaning of Strode is pretty much just like Strode is like, imagine the average main road in like an American suburb or anything, that just has like a bunch of just like fucking drive-throughs and just like car-centric shit with like parking lot shit. And that's pretty much what a stroad is. Pretty much like a street, which apparently, I mean, I didn't even really like. People usually use them interchangeably, but technically, street is like a place where it's just like supposed to be just like a place, like a destination type, where you go to like like a place to go to. But a road is more just like a thoroughfare, just like made for just like cars to go. But then a stroad is kind of just like trying to make a destination, but also trying to get cars through that shit quickly, so then it doesn't make a pleasant environment, but it's dangerous, and then.
In case either of them wanted his
super simple
dashcam footage
explanation.
for their insurance claims.
Not reductive, but-
Evidently they didn't, because he never heard from them. Riley was merging right when a red SUV that had just left that lane started drifting back.
Wait.
Riley was merging right when a red SUV that had just
This
left
dash
that
cam
lane
quality
started
is like
drifting
fucking
back.
shit's filmed out of a fucking shit. Oh fuck. Oh my god. Oh, that's terrifying. No, I would
Riley
dead be
jerked the steering wheel to
terrified.
avoid a collision.
No, I would have been
Forest.
terrified. No, because like on this shit, like look at how high up that shit is, and that guardrail isn't like that high. Like I don't know if I press that. I mean, I've seen lower. I've seen
Riley
lower.
jerked
but,
the
like,
steering wheel to avoid a
I've seen
collision,
some shit that's
causing
like.
her Subaru Forester
I
to
feel
lose
like
control
I've seen some
and
shit
spin
that
into
seems
the
like
highway
not that hard to
barrier.
just
The Subaru
fly
was
right on.
totaled by the impact, and her insurance provider cut her a check for $5,800 US.
Based on the explanations, they kind of mad dumb. Yeah.
John
I mean, just
was on
like
his way home from work when the driver of a blue pickup that had been
yeah, there's
tailgating
a lot
him
more
and
videos about
others
them that
got
explain
tired
it
of
way
waiting
better
for
than I
one
do.
semi-truck to pass another. That's why you don't try to pass a semi on the right, kids. The pickup driver was
An
forced to
Advil.
the shoulder as
Wait, let me see.
why you don't and others
Yeah, like,
got
well, if you're
tired
on a
of waiting.
if you're on a rural road like this, see the thing, like if the if truck is just stalling and if just staying in the left lane, not getting over, like then at that point, maybe. But like if you're on a rural road, I always just wait for them to get over because they're gonna get over. Like there's nobody else on the road, they'll get over. It's just fucking wait, bro.
For one semi-truck to pass another.
Just fucking.
That's why you don't try to pass a semi on
Even
the
me,
right,
my
kids.
impatient,
The
I
pickup
know the
driver
way.
was forced to the shoulder as the semi-driver merged back over, evidently unable to see the pickup. Thankfully, no collision occurred. John told us he was inspired by our channel to buy his dashcam 2 months ago. He's glad his first submission didn't involve any collisions or injuries. Rudy was driving in Bellevue, Washington when he watched a Kia Soul driver turn across traffic and get hit by a pickup truck.
Bruh.
The impact ripped off the Kia's rear bumper cover and damaged the
Bruh.
driver's quarter panel.Dy had to
I hate it
continue
when
to
cities
get
just like use these fucking like bots, dots, shits on the ground instead of lane lines. Like, bro, use both.
to a meeting,
some-
but it doesn't
that-
look like anyone.
I mean, like, it just makes it that much just like slightly harder to make out. And when you're driving, you want shit to it should be made to be as clear.
was
You shouldn't have to
injured.
be like,
He
oh,
told
is
us
that a
he'd been
lane there?
wanting to
Wait,
get a
that's a lane,
dash cam
right?
for a while,
That shouldn't.
and
This
he
shouldn't
captured this
have.
video
It
2
shouldn't have
weeks
that
after
question.
getting one.
Should just
He
be
also
clear.
wanted to shout out his girlfriend Denise.
Oh, that was a good. Like, it could have been worse if he didn't.
Sebastian is a tow truck driver who was on his way to pick up a stolen Hyundai for the Washington State Patrol. As he arrived on the scene, he activated his overhead hazard lights, but that wasn't enough for the driver behind him. The driver of a Saturn Ion ran into Sebastian's tow truck, then backed up and ran into another car in reverse. Of course, the state trooper witnessed the whole thing
Jesus.
before giving the Saturn driver a citation. Because the tow truck was considered an emergency vehicle in a work zone, the Saturn driver's
Look at him, he's
ticket
like-
was immediately doubled and
like, what the fuck
ineligible
was
to
that,
be
man? He
waived
was like,
or
what the
reduced.
fuck was that?
Thankfully, the tow truck was only barely affected by the impact.
That barely did shit. Not
This
even a
emitter
truck.
was stuck in
Just the
off-ramp traffic when he
whole thing.
spotted a driver who'd missed their exit backing down the shoulder to escape traffic.
Bruh. I mean, I don't think they missed their exit. I think they probably just got. One time I was like stuck in just like like traffic that just like wasn't moving at all. There must have been like, I think there was like an accident or something, and people like there were just like a whole line of people that just started reversing. I remember I got it all on video. It was like way before I started. They didn't finish the line because they're invited to suck a cock.
Well, that's one way to get out of traffic. One we do not recommend. Our submitter asked us to shout out his wife, Tina. Hyra was getting ready to make a right turn onto a main road using a turn lane with a yield sign. When he stopped for cross traffic, he got Honda bumped. Hyra has some kind of crazy 4-channel dashcam system in his Lincoln Town Car, and he captured footage of the collision from a total of 6 angles, if you also count his 2-channel dashcam mounted to the windshield. He wanted to point out that his
bro got a whole
system
CCTV system on his car.
Tesla
has better colors than Tesla cameras do? What kind of flex is that? You mean better resolution? Bro said better colors.
That might have been true when he sent this to us, but Tesla recently pushed a software update to improve their cameras. Can his do that? Seriously though, that's an awesome
What do you
setup.
mean better colors? Like more
saturated? Remember, the
Wait,
more
I mean, is this desaturated or is this the original?
Dashcam
Yeah, I don't think it has better colors. That's worse colors, bro. That shit's so desaturated.
He wanted to point out that his camera
No, these are way worse colors.
system has
This shit's way blown out.
better colors than
This shit's like overexposed.
Tesla's cameras do.
This shit's also overexposed.
That might have been true when he
This shit's decent.
sent this to
I
us.
mean, still kind of overexposed.
But
This shit's like way
recently pushed a
oversaturated.
software update to improve their cameras. Can his do that?
And then his interior is way
Seriously, though,
undersaturated.
That's an awesome setup. If you're shopping for a dash
Yeah, I
cam,
don't think your shit's
remember,
got better
the more
colors, my boy.
angles, the better.
Invited to suck a cock. You do not say no. You do not think
Adrian
about
was
it.
going
You
downtown
come
to go to
instantly,
work when a
and
city
so
bus
they
began
did.
merging into his lane after leaving that lane
The
only moments
software
earlier.
updates never fuck up systems. Yep. Damn. A bus? Bus.
City bus began merging into his lane after leaving that. Adrian was
Damn.
going
Yeah,
downtown
like, bro,
to
yeah.
go to work when a city bus began
They
merging
left
into
the
his
lane.
lane after
Yeah.
leaving that lane only moments earlier.
Bro, what the fuck? One time I did actually have a bus just like pull out from the bus stop without looking, and they pulled out. They went like it was on 2 lanes going my direction, 2 lanes going the other way, and then kind of just like a center, just into median that becomes a left turn, like down the road, which was like, me where I was. I was going down. I was in like the left lane, but then there was a bus on the right, and then they just pulled out from the bus stop, and luckily it was enough time. It wasn't quite enough time for me. I mean, I wasn't sure if it was enough time for me to be able to slam on my brakes, and I saw there was nobody coming away, so I just fucking like in the Volvo, I just fucking slammed on the accelerator, just went around. I was like, yeah, because I didn't have a dash cam then either, so.
Adrian considers
Could've been
himself
fun for me.
lucky that he had space to the right to avoid a collision. He told us he sent a complaint to the city, but they never contacted him.
Also, I was with some
He
friends,
also
and I
told
did
us
not want
our
it. Yeah.
videos were the main
I don't want
reason he
that.
got a dash cam in the first place. If you're a fan, hit that subscribe button. It's free. Riley had just merged onto the interstate when traffic suddenly slowed way down. When she heard a crash from behind,
Gotta
she
love an
tried
interstate
to avoid
right
being
through the
rear-ended
downtown.
by a Fiat headed toward
City.
her, but there was nothing she could do.
It's 86 though.
The Fiat had
Oh,
been
that
rear-ended by
86 must have been feeling so fucking lucky because he's got a whole build on his shit. Oh, he must have been feeling so
was
fucking
nothing she
lucky.
could do. Rear-ended by a Fiat headed toward her, but there was nothing she could do.
Damn. Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, I
Fiat
usually
had
put
been
my
rear-ended
hazards
by a
on
silver
when
Audi,
traffic
which
suddenly
was the
slows down.
crash
I
she
always
heard
put my
and
hazards.
pushed into Riley's Volvo before the Audi driver sped off with steam
Volvo
coming
gang.
from under the hood. Riley gave her dashcam footage to the police when they responded, but then the
Shame on that
Audi
bus driver,
driver
honestly.
returned and was apprehended. The cops told Riley the Audi driver was intoxicated and uninsured. Riley made a claim with her own insurance provider, but chose not
Ooh,
to replace the
V70R.
bumper
Oh,
cover
shit.
as she parks her Volvo on the street
fire.
where she figures it's probably going to get bumped into anyway.
There, yeah, same thing here in New York.
Crystal was driving when
Just
she
to be
watched the car
expected.
ahead of her lose control on a wet off-ramp and go spinning off the
Mm.
road.
Oh, I could relate. Who can relate? Woo! Yeah, that's what could have. I mean, it wasn't a cloverleaf. I mean, not like a cloverleaf like loop ramp like this that I was on, but it was wet road, and I mean, like it feels like I feel like they're both going a little bit too
spinning off
fast
the
like that.
road.
No, they're both going a
She
bit
watched the car
fast,
ahead
especially
of
for
her
a wet
lose
road. On a loop ramp like this, I don't even think
control
I'd be
on a
going
wet
this.
off ramp and go spinning off
I mean, if it's dry, then I'd probably go this
the
fast.
road.
But wet, I don't think I'd be going this fast. Yeah, especially no guardrail there. Yeah, GG's.
Kristen wasn't able to stick around to see if the driver could get unstuck, but she told us it was clear they hadn't been injured. This emitter was driving down a highway at about 1 a.m. when he watched a trucker almost continue into a concrete barrier as the highway started to curve.
Oh shit, what the fuck? Oh, they would definitely.
We don't know if the trucker was distracted or sleepy,
Gotta
but either
Oh,
way,
yeah,
we're
he's
glad
fine.
he avoided that collision. Remember, if you're tired,
No
stop
protogen.
and rest. No matter what's
then-
on the line, it's not worth more than your life.
Facts.
Corey was driving in Vancouver and had ended up behind an oversized load. A single wind turbine blade strapped to a trailer. Watch what happened when the truck had to take a turn.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I mean, that's what I've always wondered about. Like with those winter.
Vancouver.
Oh, I've always wondered about that with these shits, cause like, bro, turns in roads.
Had ended up
Like this ain't unique.
an oversized load.
I don't think it's
A
even.
single
It's not
wind
on the
turbine
truck
blade
driver.
strapped
Like
to a
they're in their
trailer.
lane.
Watch what happened when the truck had to take a
Like,
turn.
Definitely not like. I feel like that shit probably happened.
The
pretty
tip of the
often.
blade struck multiple trees, damaging it. Corey told us he works next to the blade's destination and often talks to the people who unload them. And he found out the blade had to be sent back to the manufacturer.
That's tough.
Johnny was driving in Seattle when he noticed the driver ahead of him slowing down. Suddenly, the driver jerked the steering wheel to the left, slamming into the side of a Prius in the neighboring lane.
What the fuck?
Johnny stopped and gave a copy of his footage to the Prius driver. He wanted to
Oh,
shout out his girlfriend Karen and
he
told us he
wasn't.
was inspired by the Wham Bam channels to get a dash cam just a few months before this happened. Max was waiting for traffic to proceed through a single-lane construction zone when impatient drivers behind him decided it would be a good idea to drive through an oncoming turn lane to skip the wait. Sadly for them, an oncoming driver needed to use that turn lane, and he was not happy about the illegal use of his lane by the entitled drivers. Max even put his arm out his window to signal to the other drivers not to continue.
I do this.
but he
I
was
mean, I'd just be
ignored.
like.
He said that if the front car
Dude,
had been
I just
headed
do
off
one
a
of these.
cliff, the Seattle area would now have fewer bad drivers.
Wait, what did he say?
Seattle area would now have was ignored. He said that if the front car had been headed off a cliff, the Seattle area would now have fewer bad drivers. Todd
He ain't
really
wrong.
wanted us to call his wife Wife
Mathematically.
Person throughout this next video. She
Wife
was driving
person?
her Honda CRV.
It's gotta be
when
an inside
traffic ahead
joke.
of her came to a sudden stop.
You know that's
The
an
van
inside.
driver
Like,
behind
it's
her
gotta
didn't
be definitely
notice
an
in
inside joke.
time.
Oh. Oh.
Notice in time.
Shit.
Todd's wife person pulled over, as did the van and the pickup. When the Washington State Patrol responded, she showed her dashcam footage to the trooper, and he cited the van driver for driving too fast for conditions. After paying over $7,000 US to
can't see the van?
CRV, the
How
van
fast the
driver's
van was
insurance
going.
provider offered
I mean, I
an
guess-
insulting amount to settle its diminished value. So driver
Wait, what?
wins. After paying over $7,000 US to fix the CRV,
This driver provider offered an insulting amount to settle its diminished value. File a lawsuit. Settled
the
2
van
days
driver's
before going to
insurance
trial.
provider
Oh
offered
shit.
an insulting amount to settle its diminished value. So Todd filed a lawsuit, which was settled 2 days before going to trial.
I mean, I've only had good experiences with it, but that's only because I've had one. It's when I had my accident. It was just me. It was just me hitting the guard. So like, nobody else is involved. But like, when I like I said, it was just like it was a 2016 Camry that I crashed. Had probably like had a significant amount of miles, probably like 80K or something. And Camry hybrid. It was I think it was the XSE or the XL. No, I think it was the XLE. And yeah, XLE. And right, that shit was probably worth. I mean, it also had just like a bunch of like scratches, like big ass fucking shit, because it was my grandma's car. He it was like one of those fucking trucks with like on the fucking rims. Sideswiped her car, just like so that was just there for the life of it. And but was it? Yeah, so that shit's probably maybe worth like 5-6K max. All I'm gonna say is insurance paid us out enough. I now have a 2021 Volvo S60 T5. That's all I'm gonna say.
Replacing the CRV with a Honda Passport, Todd's wife person used the rest of the settlement to buy new shoes, a purse, more shoes, another purse, and a new summer outfit to match the shoes and the purse. Robbie was driving his Volkswagen Jetta when his traffic light gave him a green arrow, indicating he had a protected left turn and that oncoming traffic had a red light.
Morning, Matt.
One driver
Morning, Matt 427. What's good? Welcome to the stream.
An oncoming driver blew through his red light before giving Robbie a dirty look.
I thought he was gonna be like. I thought he was gonna be like.
Robbie shouted for the other
like
driver
the other
to
guy.
look at the light before they both continued on.
That's as nice as he could. That was very
John
nice.
was driving his Jeep Wrangler on a typically
Battleground.
rainy day in the Pacific Northwest. As he approached
Battleground, Washington. You know they named it this because they had a battle with Native Americans.
His
and
Jeep Wrangler
fucking murdered all
on
of
a
them.
typically rainy day
You
in
know
the
it.
Pacific Northwest.
Gotta
As he
love
approached
America.
a four-way stop, he watched a white Toyota Camry
Sorry, my
speed
mind
through the
just
stop
works
sign
like
on his
that. I don't know
left
why.
Before T-boning an oncoming minivan.
Wait, I couldn't even tell what
Camry
was happening
speed
there.
through the stop sign on his left. When he approached a
Wait.
four-way stop, he watched a
Oh,
white
the
Toyota
four-way stop.
Camry speed through the stop sign on his left before T-boning an oncoming minivan.
Also, why is it just a single yellow line? That's
T-boning
fucking
an
weird.
oncoming minivan.
That's like how it is in Canada. I've never seen just like a single yellow line in the U.S.
John told us
Except
this
for, like,
is
parking lots.
unfortunately a common occurrence. He stopped to check on the drivers before calling 911. When the police arrived, he provided his dashcam footage to the responding officers.
It
as
ain't
well
morning
as
for
to the
me, but I
driver
hope
of
y'all
the
are having a
minivan.
good morning.
John
Oh yeah,
told
it is
us he
technically
owns a
morning for me,
dashcam
but
because of the Wham Bam
I mean I have not
channels.
slept
Also,
yet.
if you need a dashcam
Just
for
because
your
you expect the
vehicle,
worst and then the
you'll
worst
find
is what
links to our
happened. Yeah,
recommendations
fair.
in the video description,
True.
as well as coupon codes just for our fans. Our next video comes from Medical Lake, Washington, which happens to be
Medical
where my wife and I
Lake?
go to church. We've
Oh.
literally driven through this exact roundabout dozens of
Wait,
times.
this guy is a white?
Anyway,
Okay, all respect, all love to this guy. I ain't gonna lie, I thought bro was 16.
we've literally driven through this exact roundabout dozens of times.
Or like my age.
Anyway, Mark had just accelerated to the speed limit of 55 miles per hour when the driver of a Ford Taurus turned across the road in front of him, forcing him to slam on the brakes. Mark told us he gave her a good long honk of the horn, but since the only harm done was to his heart, he kept on going. Thanks for the video, Mark. Taylor called 911 to report what he believed was an intoxicated Civic driver. Shortly after he let a state trooper in front of him to follow the Civic, Taylor watched it drift off the road and into a parked vehicle.
Oh shit. Right in front of the state trooper. Yes.
A drunk driver, a Honda bump, and instant justice? This
Bit
might
more
be the
than a
most
bump.
wham bam of wham bam moments. Well, it would be, except the Civic driver passed a breathalyzer test. He wasn't drunk and claimed he'd just fallen asleep. Incredibly, the collision ended up involving 4 vehicles in total.
Okay, if they
The
did fall
Civic clipped
asleep.
a black VW sedan, then slammed into
No,
a
because
Dodge
I mean, you know they
SUV
do
and
say
pushed
like being like super sleepy, like even when you're not asleep, they say being super sleepy is like a this, which is crazy.
into a Ford Focus, which isn't visible in the dashcam footage.
I feel like I have driven
Taylor's
slightly more reckless. There's this one time, I mean, it wasn't even reckless, it's actually the opposite, but there's this one time I was crazy sleepy. I pulled an all-nighter, I think I was just like, but my friend, he got his car repoed, and then he had to like pick it up the next day, but they closed at 2 p.m. for some fucking reason, and he needed a ride out there. Like, you can't, it's just like impossible. Huge pain in the ass. So I just like, yeah, give you a ride out there. Went to get some, went to pick up the car. Then we were driving back. Got some food along the way, and then at some point, we were on this one road. Like I was a bit ahead of him. Gave me address and everything, but like I was a bit ahead of him, and there was I was in the left lane, and I went over to the right lane, and I didn't see that the reason why there was nobody in the right lane, like behind me, and everyone was in the left, kind of slow, was because there was a stopped car in the right lane because there was no shoulder on this road, or at least on this part. So I swerved into the right lane like just before it, and then thank God there was nobody. Like there was nobody on the left, like right where I was. So I was I saw my fucking life flash before my eyes. This is when I still had the Versa. Car was fully stopped and it was not long. Like it was not a big distance. Like when I swerved and got it, I think it was like really like just in time. But I mean I still know that I got lucky. Like it's not just like, oh, that means I can drive when I'm crazy sleepy. No, I got lucky. I definitely got lucky. But like that was crazy. Like as soon right after that happened, because my friend was behind, I called him immediately saying like, yo, get out the right lane. There's a car fully stopped there. I nearly hit it. Like called him immediately, and like 30 seconds or maybe 10, 20 seconds later, he was like, wait, what? And then he was like, oh shit. And then
Stuck around to give out copies of his footage. He also told us that 2 weeks later, the Civic was still parked in the same place on the side of the road.
Damn.
This emitter was heading home with his wife from IKEA when they had an opportunity to take a dangerous driver off the road, at least for a while. When they spotted a pickup truck struggling to hold its lane, they called 911.
Yeah, nah, he's
I'm reporting an impaired driver in a Dodge pickup truck.
They're not sober.
The emergency operator asked them to continue following the
Maybe it's
pickup
not
from a
morning
safe
for me too,
distance
but good
while
morning,
troopers
folks.
from the Washington State Patrol were quickly dispatched to the area.
What time is it for y'all? It's 4:26 for me.
It took a couple of minutes for the troopers to figure out which pickup they'd called about, but eventually they pulled it over to find out if the driver was intoxicated.
We're just now passing them. The truck directly in front of us in the third lane is the one that was swerving. And the officer is right there and getting right behind.
Our submitter doesn't know if the pickup driver was impaired, but at the very least, they probably got a very stern lecture from the state troopers.
126 here.
Good work, Deckmaster. Your actions may very well have
assuming
saved
probably
lives.
on the West Coast.
Bam, we got a Patreon, man. Please support the show.
In the U.S., there are many federal highways stretching throughout the nation.
This is not a dash cam video. This is Beaver Geography. Which U.S. state has the best highway?
Most notably the interstate system.
I saw this American.
There's also U.S. highways, which predate the interstate system and are known to more often be smaller,
let me keep it on
less
this so you
traffic
can
heavy
see the whole
routes.
thing.
Both of these groups of highways stretch
That's the
across
line.
the country, connecting each.
Oh, that must have been like when they were doing some kind. I mean, I'm sure when they added the
state and major city to each other, but each state also has its own system of roads and highways. These are funded by the state, upkept by the state, and have a wide range of what condition they're in. Some states have chosen to sink plenty of funding into
the turnpike, right? Yeah, Jersey Turnpike.
Making sure their roads are high quality, while others have struggled to keep up and have let a high percent of their highways fall into bad condition. So today I wanted to talk about that, going over some states I think can compete for this title, and give my thoughts on who the winner is at the end. Before we get into that, though, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. We make geography content like this every week, so if you're interested, please subscribe, because it helps me out a ton.
Oh shit, you're on like a half hour
So
too.
when looking for the state that takes the title here, there are a few specific
What country
things
are you
that I
in?
want to focus on. First off, the most important thing is road quality. When you're trying to
Why
find
did
the state with the best
like,
highway
weirdly
system,
just, like,
I think having
right
high
there?
quality, well-funded roads that are in good condition is very important. If you take
Oh, shit.
pride in your state, well-funded roads that are in good condition.
The city. City is one of the reasons my name is Emery.
Condition is very important. If you take pride in your state's roads, it probably has a lot to do with little to no problems with potholes, constant construction, and just obviously bad roads. Another thing I want to focus on is overall connection between major metropolitan areas. A state that is well connected with high capacity routes between each of their major cities will get bumped up on this list. There are a few good examples that I'll go over later in the video. One of the most important aspects of freeway
I thought that was a
history in the U.S.
The video was.
would
I
be
haven't seen the video. I thought it was
divisive
busted.
behavior of it all. It's not all sunshine and rainbows when it comes to building these massive concrete monsters. Sure, they create efficient travel and traffic between cities.
Everyone needs to
across the
visit
country,
Emeryville. I do.
But a lot of the
I
time,
really
they
do.
were constructed by cutting through low-income minority neighborhoods,
X.
displacing
Glad he's
thousands
talking about
of
that.
people.
That's fact.
This has led to a recent movement
Don't get
to
me fucked.
remove various
It's really
freeways
bad.
with controversial histories
That's
or
awesome.
just a useless routing. So today we're going to take a look at some examples of this that I haven't touched on before on my channel to hopefully educate you on some of
Yeah, like I've gone into this website a lot, but you also check this website out. Hold on, I'm gonna go on it again. Let me show you. This website is crazy. Like, look at any city. Like, let's go to let's go to Atlanta. The before and after photos, like before urban renewal, like when they're building just like lots all over the city, it's insane. Like, look at this. Oh wait, this is 1955. Like, there. Okay, yeah, yeah. Like, you could see, like, so the yellow is where freeways were built, and this orange is all shit that was demolished. Like, bro, we might as well have just fucking let the fucking Soviets nuke us. Like, bro, we literally just like World War II, we didn't really get, besides Pearl Harbor, we didn't really get like bombed or anything. We were just like, let's just fucking do it to ourselves. Watch this. Look at this. This is 1955, right? 1960. 1978. Watch. So I'm gonna go back. 1955. What? Look at that. Look, especially these things right here. Watch this. 7 and 8. Like, and the interchange right here. But I mean, even just these areas that aren't even part of the freeway. Watch these. Gone. Eviscerated. Completely eviscerated. This whole area too. Just eviscerated. Yep. Crushed by a meteor. Wait, let's do one. Let's do another one. Like, oh yeah, Boston. Boston's insane. Like, they really just destroyed like half the fucking city. Like, they literally just destroyed like half of the fucking city. It's actually insane. Like, I wish I could have. I mean, I wish I could go back in time, visit Boston before this, because like the old city of Boston, like a lot of the best parts of Boston today, like there used to be way more of it. Like the C and D in this were a lot like the B that survived. Like, I mean, also like the big like Big Dig too. They really just had a fucking freeway. Like, why did they route it right through the middle? Like, bro, like there's like this circle right here, this fucking like town circle. It's not even visible anymore. Like, not to mention the entire West End. Like, yeah, like the West End. Look at this. Holy shit. 1955. You really think your mall was gonna be accessible from country roads? I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not like they need to build a freeway right through the middle of the city, though. Like, yeah, like, so this is how it was before. And then, yeah, look at this. All just gone. Like, this whole dense neighborhood, all of this gone. Oh, this is the whole city. Jesus Christ, man. And this is even when the freeway was still there, by the way. This is not for the freeway. This is just other shit. Gone. You don't need to build a freeway any there. I do feel like I do feel like there's a place for freeways in suburbs, like getting between cities. I think there is a place for them. But when it comes at the cost of itself, then you like, well, it should only be built when it's something that is actually going to benefit connectivity to the city and will not give it or harm. And it also shouldn't like just be built without public transit. Like, the problem with car dependent cities is it's not a problem with cars. It's a problem. The problem is when cars are the only way to get. Like, people should be able to get around by, like, people should be able to get around. Like, I'm mainly just talking about just like a lot of American cities, especially Texas. Like, let's go to Houston on. Yeah, like, bro, bro, it's like it's a whole grid system too. Like, Jesus Christ, my God, like, yeah, like it does not need to go through the downtown. And also, fun fact, one of these freeways, I think it's this one right here. Yeah, Houston's literally planning to add some more lanes, and they're gonna destroy like an entire street that's right next to it, like a whole street. This is happening right now, by the way. They're destroying like a whole street of buildings. And this area, I think this one street has actually been like recently just like redeveloped in like the past decade. It's actually just like it's like been a pretty active area. And Houston's they're just like, yeah, fuck, we need to add some more lanes. And that's definitely gonna solve traffic, right? Yeah. Cars are unaffordable these days. No, that too. Yeah. All right. Anyway, tangent over. I mean, I recommend y'all visit this website. It's Segregation by Design.
The country's freeway history. Before we get into that, though, please consider subscribing to the channel. We make geography content like this every week, and
Beaver
subscribing
Geography,
really
he's a
helps me out.
great
So
user.
if you want to support me easily, this is the best way to do it. Thank you. Removing a freeway isn't an easy change. It first has to come from major opposition.
I didn't even know
removing a
Milwaukee did a freeway removal. Jesus Christ.
freeway isn't an
Yeah,
easy
just running
change.
right through the middle.
It first has to come from major opposition that turns to a major proposal. But that proposal has to have a design that creates the best outcome from the
I didn't even know
situation.
Milwaukee did this. That's
Getting
fucking
into
awesome.
the urban planning of it, it's essential to correct the issue created by the freeway. In this case, let's say it disconnected a neighborhood. The first priority should be how you can reconnect that neighborhood in the best way possible, meeting the needs of the people that actually live there and will be affected by the change. Recently in Detroit, the plan to remove I-375 in the downtown was delayed because the plan was met with opposition, saying it put pedestrian safety at risk and did little to reconnect the neighborhoods. In this original
trucks
plan,
are not even
the
cheap
new
anymore.
boulevard
Facts.
that would replace
Hey,
I-375
Beaver Persona,
would be
that's a
up
new
to
one,
9 lanes
TBH.
wide in area, which is more lanes than the
Persona is
interstate
crazy.
they'd be destroying. This new design would serve as a divider between the neighborhoods itself. Planners were
wait, hold
in
on.
this original plan, the new boulevard that would replace I-375
Wait, what?
In this
Bro, it's in
original
Detroit.
plan,
You don't need 4 fucking lanes.
the new boulevard that would
come on,
replace
bro.
I-375 would be up to 9 lanes wide in area, which is more lanes
don't
than the
need
interstate
that.
they'd be destroying. This new design would serve as a divider between the neighborhoods itself. Planners were too concerned with the drivers and keeping traffic patterns similar.
Detroit is not that big.
Rather than if
Like,
residents on either side could walk from neighborhood to neighborhood with ease.
that
the
really
real
necessary,
feature that would
bro?
show a reconnection.
Is that
It's a
really
very
necessary?
complex, expensive process that can take years to accomplish, which is why this isn't happening to every urban freeway in the country. But there are some good examples, so let's get into it, starting with the Oklahoma City Crosstown Expressway project. So this example takes us directly into downtown Oklahoma City, where we find the now Oklahoma City Boulevard, which stretches across the south.
What was even the purpose? Because you literally have another one right down here. Did they redirect it? Or did they have both?
End of the central business district, ending at I-40
just wanna
on
change-
both sides. This freeway was originally completed in the 1960s, becoming the city's busiest bridge or viaduct.
They just
in this
like
situation.
they're just like
It held
we'll add more
120,000
lanes. That'll change something, right?
vehicles a
That'll
day,
fix.
being a very important route within the downtown.
Let's do something.
This held
Just
up
thinking.
until
change shit.
2006, when the viaduct had gone through no major repairs over the last 40 years and was in very dangerous condition. Concern
They
only
just could be a
grew for
highway
the
state.
situation after the tragic collapse of the I-35 West Bridge in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And just 1 month after that occurred, a large hole formed on the highway and closed all but one lane. The viaduct was set to go through major repairs in 2012, but the city was concerned it wouldn't make it to that date. So instead of making those repairs, they were forced to tear
Wouldn't
down
make
the
it to that
highway
date.
and build a new crosstown expressway to the south, bypassing the downtown.
Oh,
This sadly
okay.
required displacing residents from multiple neighborhoods.
I see.
But it did improve traffic issues.
Yeah, okay. You still ended up cutting a neighborhood
Required
in half,
displacing
though.
residents from multiple neighborhoods. But it did improve traffic issues.
Yes.
The site that the freeway once sat remained undeveloped for several years.
Oh yeah. I mean, no, it is still better than this.
Being turned into extra parking
way
space
worse.
as the city decided what to do with it. They decided on a new boulevard design, and construction commenced from east to west, starting by connecting the road back up to the major I-40-235 interchange. This was completed in
There's no
2017,
trains whatsoever,
and in 2018,
especially compared to
construction
like what it
continued
used to
through
have.
west through
Like,
the downtown before finally being completed in 2020. The new design features a relatively wide layout, with 4 to 6 lanes total depending on your location on the route. It has sidewalks,
I don't
and the
think it's
speed
that
limit
bad.
ranges from 25 to 35 miles per hour.
I think it's pretty
But
good.
its wide nature and straight design doesn't do a very good job at slowing the traffic down, making it relatively unfriendly to pedestrians.
I don't know, man.
This
I think
brings
it's
us back
fine.
to our issue with
I disagree. I think
making it
especially
relatively
compared to some of the
unfriendly
other
to
ones.
pedestrians. This brings
Yeah,
us back
man,
to our issue with the Detroit Boulevard
Disagree.
design. It was built for the ease of movement of cars, not people. This was an important project, though.
No,
that
it looks like they
redefined the
did
city
pre-op. I
as
mean,
cars,
there's wide,
not people.
and there's
This was an
trees in
important
between.
project, though, that redefined the city's downtown. Moving to our next example, we have the Park East
Amtrak,
Freeway in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Ooh,
This is an example
shit,
that brings
sorry.
us way back into the history of Milwaukee, a city that has had important freeway revolt movements and could look very different if it weren't for those
Here's my
revolts.
joke flopped. I'm
So
saying
the
I'm
Park
afraid.
Freeway's former location is this short segment of Fond du Lac Avenue, McKinley Avenue, and Knapp Street on the north side of the city's downtown. Now, originally, the freeway was part of a plan to build a full loop that would connect to I-794 in the south. This would be part of a Great Lakes Expressway that would move down the coast to Chicago. The portion was started cutting through neighborhoods on the north end of the downtown. This was built during the 1960s, but came to a halt in the 1970s after local opposition stopped the already approved construction corridor encircling the downtown. This also came with the falling through of the Great Lakes Expressway, meaning there was less demand for it to get built. For the
It's
next
already the
25
tri-state.
years, it sat there, underutilized and basically just working as a wall that disconnected neighborhoods. In 1999, it was decided the best course of action was to remove the spur, and demolition began in 2002. The former freeway was replaced with at-grade roads that traveled over the Milwaukee River and gave access to the Milwaukee
Like,
School of
look at my
Engineering
bus
campus,
section in the dash cam
which used
clips.
much of the former freeway's area for new construction.
Oh, Army, what's up?
This
Let's
was
go.
a
Less
successful
stat.
project that helped restore the northwest downtown. Moving to our next example, we have Harbor Drive in Portland, Oregon, which is a former freeway that was located along the Willamette River in downtown Portland for around 1.7 miles. To look at this one, we have to move a lot farther back in history to
Oh, it's another one of these,
1943, when the highway was first constructed. Now, this wasn't really
coming
a
up?
freeway in the way we'd refer
Like
to
that.
it modern day, but it was a large-scale connector for its time. Now, even in 1943, it was a controversial freeway, removing several historic
Well, these-
buildings and
I
impeding the
love
public's
these videos.
access to the downtown's waterfront. But it was
Yeah,
still built.
alright, it's on the
Over the
playlist.
next few decades, it was upgraded to become more of a real freeway, with growing up
Wait, hold on,
keeping modern
I haven't
first
keeping
a
up.
lot Portland for around 1.7 miles. To look at this one, we have to move a lot farther back in history to 1943, when the highway was first constructed. Now, this wasn't really a freeway in the way we'd refer to it modern day, but it was a large-scale connector for its time. Now, even in 1943, it was a controversial freeway, removing several historic buildings and impeding the public's access to the downtown's waterfront. But it was still built. Over the next few decades, it was upgraded to become more of a real freeway, with growing opposition as these projects continued. This opposition finally turned into
You can see that they built another one directly across the river too.
opposition as these projects continued. This opposition finally turned into action in 1943, when Tom McCall, the governor of the state, halted expansion of the freeway. This came at the same time as the completion of I-405, which marked another freeway in the downtown, but did accomplish the reduction in traffic levels on the Harbor Drive freeway, something that needed to happen for the removal to be approved. The freeway was permanently closed in 1974, and construction began soon after on the new waterfront park, which was completed and has filled the space ever since. Present day, the freeway still exists as a short 0.7-mile highway that connects straight into the downtown before ending at the NATO Parkway. Very quickly before we end the video, I wanted to go over the 3 examples that I think are the most major or important freeway removal projects in the U.S. when learning about this topic. Starting with the Alaskan Way Viaduct in Seattle.
I went to Seattle when that was still there.
Along their waterfront, instead building the
so
second
ugly.
longest vehicle tunnel in the U.S. straight under downtown Seattle. This allowed them to redevelop the entire waterfront district, an opportunity a lot of cities would do anything for.
You know, when I went there, like, I was still really nice. Like, yeah, no, it must be so
Project
much
was completed in 2019, costing the city $4.25 billion. It was water in the U.S.
Because that was, yeah, no, because when I went there, like,
straight under.
Yeah, because like the sidewalk does look narrow. I remember
this
the sidewalk
allowed them
not
to
being like.
redevelop the entire waterfront district, an opportunity a lot of cities would do anything for. This project
It
was
looks a
completed
lot like
in
12th
district.
Avenue.
An opportunity.
Oh yeah, I went on that.
A lot of cities would do anything for. This project was completed in 2019, costing the city $4.25 billion, being one of the most expensive public work projects in the country's history. Next up is the Big Dig project, likely the biggest example of freeway removal in the country. This was a massive, complete reconstruction of freeways in downtown Boston that took place from 1992 to 2006. With this project, they sent I-93 through the downtown underground, placing a park and boulevard on top of it. They also built a massive tunnel under the city's harbor and international airport, being another massive project in itself. This went significantly over budget, costing $25.5 billion, adjusted to inflation, an absurd price tag for such a project. It worked at redesigning the freeways in the city's downtown, and it helped the city, but ended up being the most expensive infrastructure project in U.S. history besides the entire interstate
Boston
system,
would just be
which the project would have technically been included in. Finally, we have the Inner Loop in Rochester, New York, a project that removed part of the freeway loop around the city's downtown. This recent project, which was completed in 2017, around the city's the Inner Loop in Rochester, New York, a project that removed part of the freeway loop around the city's downtown. This recent project, which was completed in 2017, allowed the city to redevelop over 22 acres.
Yeah, look, there's literally not even a single car on it.
Of land, building more than 500 units of mixed-income housing and 8 acres of green space. This was an incredibly successful project at connecting the downtown back up to outer neighborhoods that previously had very limited access to the area within the Inner Loop, and it helped rejuvenate an otherwise declining downtown. But those are all the examples I wanted to go over today. The country absolutely has more interesting instances of this, and there are more coming in the future.
Yeah, no,
so potentially
Syracuse
I
is
could make
working on
another installment of this if it does well.
Also
So
be
let me
breaking
know
and
what other
rebuilding-
projects you'd like me to talk
Be
about.
breaking and
Thanks for
rebuilding
watching. Thank you to the
roads
members
like
this
Lego.
week, Steve Basement. The interstate system was founded in 1956 with an original
America's
map
newest
in place.
interstates. It's the other
On
way.
this map, there were cross-country interstates, urban spur routes, and everything that planners from the 1950s could come up with. But one thing of note within this planning process is that the map just kept expanding, with more and more routes being added. This has continued for as long as these roads have existed, with new highways being approved all the time. So today I thought it would be really interesting to go over the newest installments for the interstate system and talk about their histories, their current route, as well as their future extensions. Before this video starts though, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. We make geography content like this every week, so if you want to support me and my channel, subscribing is the best way to do it. It helps me out a ton and it's easy for you. Thank you. So to become a new interstate, you have to be officially signed. This is usually following a long and difficult planning process that involves feasibility studies, public meetings, and many more time-consuming activities. In a lot of these cases, this took years and even decades to happen, and that doesn't even include the construction process. For most of these, the switch to an interstate came by upgrading current roadways instead of paving new routes. You need the road to be up to interstate standards to get it approved. But a lot of recent proposals have come from people just wanting current freeways to be included within the system. Anyways, now that we have all that out of the way, let's start with our most recent interstate highway, which is I-42. So I-42 is a 31.5-mile disconnected interstate in North Carolina, located southeast of Raleigh, the state capital. So to put this simply, these two disconnected portions are part of a longer plan that would connect the city all the way to the coastline of Morehead City. The plan was signed as a future interstate by former President Barack Obama in 2015, and it was first off meant to ease traffic on the busy route, second off serve as a useful hurricane evacuation route whenever it was needed, and third of all help with the industrial and military connections along the route, including the Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, the North Carolina Global Trans Park, the Marine Corps Air Station Jerry Point, and the Port of Morehead City, which are all very important to the region. So the route began to be built, and on September 16, 2024, the interstate became official, and 82 new signs are currently being erected along the two segments. The future seems bright for this new route, with most of the proposed route just needing minor upgrades to bring it to full interstate standards. There are two portions that are still to be built, and I wouldn't put bets on that happening anytime soon, but the full interstate is a priority, so the story isn't over here. Next up, we have I-14, a 25.1 mile route in central Texas. The highway begins in Killeen, Texas, traveling just south of the downtown into Harker Heights and Nolanville, before ending in the east at I-35 in Belton. This is part of a significantly longer proposed superhighway that could run all the way from Odessa, Texas to Augusta, Georgia. Now, is this likely to happen? No. Other states don't have the same level of concern for the corridor as Texas. And the project would cost over $50 billion.
And no public transit.
It just doesn't seem feasible for somewhere like Alabama to build a highway through the heart of their state. But
yeah,
Texas
also
has
straight
made
through
this a
Montgomery,
priority.
great idea.
In fact, the segment
Fucking
west
phenomenal idea. Divide the black communities there even
the
more.
heart of
They
their
haven't
state.
suffered enough.
But Texas
Great
has
idea.
made this a priority. In fact, the segment west of Killeen was designated as a high priority corridor in 2021, meaning it will most likely be built. Texas began to build the current route in 2011, and it didn't take long before the first segment was completed and could be signed as I-14. This took place on January 26, 2017, and construction has continued on the nation's second newest interstate highway. Moving on to our next highway, we have Interstate 11 in Nevada. This is another...
Bro, you know what's crazy? This Interstate 11, I think we drove on this, like, when we went to Vegas, like, back in 2017. It was, like, August 2017. I think we drove on this interstate. I didn't even know. Like, a week after it opened. Like, a week. Like, because it goes to, like, just, like right next to the Hoover Dam. And when we were in Vegas, we drove to the Hoover Dam.
This time
so
extending 52.9 miles.
I'm pretty sure we went on this interstate.
Through Las Vegas and ending on the northwest end of the metro.
When did Interstate 11 date? Oh. Wait, 18? That's where I read. Yeah, 2017. Where the fuck did they get 28? Yeah. August 16th, 2017. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, no, it's literally like a week. Because we were there, we left on the 23rd. So less than a week. Shit. Yeah, like, yeah, just a bit under a week. Because, like, a week after, y'all saw my subscriber count. Negative 23, baby.
Now, I-11 has
that's
been proposed to
that's 28 days. I mean, I haven't been making it, and it's only my fault.
A route that is currently at much lower capacity than other routes with the same traffic volume. Now, for this route, we need to move back to around 2015.
Oh, I thought that shit said laughing.
Now, for this route, we need to move back to around 2015, when construction began on the Boulder City Bypass, the original length of I-11. This was completed in 2017, and on August 16, 2017, the interstate was officially passed. This is where it stretched for the next 5 years, but as Nevada moved forward with their plans, a change was made in 2022, when the designation was officially expanded through Las Vegas. Moving directly through the... When the Nevada moved forward with their plans, a change was made in 2022, when the designation was officially expanded through Las Vegas. Moving directly through the downtown and to the north.
What's that before?
They replaced signs for the former I-515 with new I-11 signs in 2024, which means they're moving forward with their expansion of the highway. Now all they have to do is wait for Arizona to do their part, since that stretch between I-40 and Phoenix is by far the most important. Moving on, we have I-87 in North Carolina, a very similar
they're going to
route
cut right around military. Wouldn't dare cut that shit in half.
I-42, the newest designation. So
The American people, they can cut their shit. The American government, on the other hand, not a chance.
87 is a 12.9-mile route going northeast out of Raleigh. Currently, it's only signed for a short bit outside.
Lizard Lick?
At the city. And
this shit's called Lizard Lick. What the fuck kind of name is Lizard Lick? Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to point that out.
It ends just past Nightdale Boulevard. But there are exact future plans for the highway that would give very important access to the coast and large ports and military bases, this time in the Hampton Roads metropolitan area. This is a very important route for industrial purposes, and it would also help traffic between the two growing regions. The current portion was signed in 2017, and North Carolina is
place
currently
where
working
the
to
lusty
extend it on their side of the border.
Argonian maid
But the
was
future
written.
in Virginia is murky, to say the least. They have no timetable for the completion of their portion, and it's currently not in their budget. Now, if that doesn't tell you much, I'll say that as a general rule of thumb, if funds haven't been allocated for a project, it's probably not in the best place for getting done soon. Sure, if North Carolina continues their project and it's fully signed within the state, it may put more
They're calling this
pressure
shit's
on
87
Virginia,
fucking
but as
plagiarism.
is, this highway is
We already
straight
have
at
an 87.
12.9 miles for a while. Moving to our final example, we have Interstate
Fucking
41
vegan.
in Wisconsin, an 175-mile route from northwest Green Bay down to the Illinois border. Now, I-41 is our only highway today that's actually fully completed, instead of being the start of a much longer corridor. US 41 was signed along this stretch for a long time, being a semi-limited access highway connecting the Fox cities to Milwaukee and Chicago. But there were many proposals to upgrade it all to interstate standards and sign it as such.
City.
One proposal was to extend I-55 all the way up to Green Bay, but Illinois was annoying and disagreeable on their part of the proposal, so Wisconsin was forced to make a new proposal, this time creating their own interstate, which became I-41. This involved a long series of upgrades to get rid of at-grade intersections along the route, but it was all completed and the official Interstate 41 was signed on April 7, 2015. The way I see it, this is probably where I-41 will stay forever. It could absolutely be extended north into the UP, which could help summer traffic.
Oh yeah, no, you're gonna send it right through
But the
that shit.
region
It's a
is
Native
declining
American reservation. Who
economically,
cares?
so traffic isn't likely to increase, and money
Yeah, it's
isn't going to
built
be
away.
invested into this region. So that's
Or
the end
anybody
of the
puts it.
projects I wanted to talk about today, but that doesn't mean this doesn't keep going. If we move past I-41, we get into the early 2000s and the 90s, which saw 6 new interstate designations, some of which have become household names that you may not have known were signed so recently. If this video does pretty good, I'd love to cover some more examples, since I think it's a
does
very
pretty
interesting
well.
topic. Thanks for watching. Thank you to our
Alright.
members this week: Steve Priestman, SB Wilder, Florida Jake, Sir JC17, Alex Williams, Makita Martinoff, Kurt Ainsley, Jerome McCall, KMS162, JL, Bryson, Rosebud4, Darkbird, Big Pasty, Wolflink73, Snyderschwein, Benjamin Whitings, Ryan Devins, and Hazev the Wolf. I appreciate you all so much. If you want to become a member, the link is down in the description below. All this money just goes straight into my savings. I'm in college now, so any
This reminds not like fucking IBX2 cat. IBX2 cat, that this guy who makes like geography videos, this British guy, fucking love him. His Patreon thing at the end, he's just like, if you guys want to like subscribe to my Patreon, it's just gonna go straight into my bank account. I'm probably just gonna spend it on some like McDonald's or something. Yeah, so if you want to spend some money that's just gonna go straight into my bank account and you're pretty much wasting it, feel free. I fucking love that guy. This
Waterfronts and riverfronts. In the world's truly great cities, these are super valuable, one-of-a-kind locations. Places where you find incredible views, great
not only the
recreation,
music reactions,
dense housing,
be
tourism,
more so.
maybe too much tourism, but really,
Also,
you'll
City
find
Nerd, my
everything.
fucking goat.
For some,
I might actually be able to meet City Nerd. He's doing an event in late January here in the city. I'm able to meet him because I love this
maybe
guy.
too much tourism, but really, you'll
They
find
say?
incredible, super valuable waterfronts and riverfronts. In the world's truly great cities, these are super valuable, one-of-a-kind locations. Places where you find...
Oh yeah, Manhattan, we got them on both
great
sides.
recreation,
I mean, south of
dense
57th
housing,
Street, there isn't a freeway
tourism,
on the Hudson River
maybe
anymore.
too much
Used to be
tourism, but
before this
really, you'll find
1970s.
everything.
But before the
For some
1970s,
cities, though,
there was a
they're
freeway
just
going
a
down the
very
Hudson
convenient
River,
place to put a
but it
freeway.
it collapsed.
Welcome to
Part
North
of it collapsed, so then they just tore it down
Brace
south of
yourself,
57th Street.
it's the
North of
10
57th
most
Street,
offensive
both sides,
waterfront
including,
freeways
and I'm like,
coming up next. This is
I'm like a
City
few
Nerd,
blocks away
weekly
from that
content
freeway.
on cities and
But so like,
transportation.
when
Viewer
I'm just like going
suggested
out,
topics, always welcome.
like going
And
out for a
you
smoke or
guys,
just
I
like
kinda
chilling
get
around
more
my just like
comments
outside
than
near
I
my
can
place,
manage.
I'll
So I don't
like
see everything that
if
comes
like
my
some
way,
loud ass
but
car is
you know
going
what
by
I
on the highway, I'm gonna
always
hear
see?
it, even though it's
Comments
through
and
the park.
messages I get on Patreon.
Your
Funny how
persona
that works.
returns.
This one came from a patron who lives in Columbus, Ohio, and says, I think a neat video can be focused on rivers that have been taken over by highways and interchanges. I'm not going to read this verbatim, but I will come back to it, and I really liked the idea. But I wanted to expand on it because the history of cities in the 20th century is full of battles to construct and remove waterfront freeways. So I'm going to give you my list of 10 that should be removed. But as always, a top 10 list is just a Trojan horse for my urbanist propaganda. So along the way, I'm going to give you some more philosophical thoughts on just kind of the idea of freeway removal and why we haven't done more of it. First of all, unpleasant as it sounds, let's put ourselves in the shoes of highway engineers and think about why you'd build a freeway along a coastline or a river in the first place. Well, some more philosophical thoughts on my list, and I really liked the idea.
Okay.
Or freeway removal. Put ourselves in the shoes of highway engineers and think about what it sounds. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of highway engineers and think about why you'd build a freeway along a coastline or a river in the first place. Well, these are places that are flat by definition, at least in places where we cited
In city skylines, it's probably
if you're along a river or a
in
lakefront.
city skylines, like sometimes it's often easiest to build it by the river for this exact reason, but also just because, I mean, besides like some riverfront development, sometimes just like the riverfront is left like industrial, or also like a lot of just like urban development isn't right on the riverfront.
Or an oceanfront, you're not going to be building many tunnels or bridges. It's sort of the path of least resistance, which is always what you're looking for when you're trying to keep the budget under control. Well, it turns out...
And that's why they tore through black communities, because they were the least resistant. White communities could put up more resistance because they have more power in the social structure of this country. I love it.
Waterfronts are also places where people like to live and...
It's like 4 a.m. here, so I'm going to head to sleep. I hope you all have fun. So thank you for joining, bro. No worries, it is 5:02 a.m. here, so you are more than fine. I'm just a crazy
they're great
person.
Places for greenway trails for people who want to walk or bike or run. So you can see why having a freeway there could be a problem. You're putting an incredible amount of...
New York has both. By the Hudson River. I mean, it's funny. I did a car. Funny I say this. I think it was actually my last stream. I think my last stream was actually at a greenway trail right by the freeway that's near my place. Like that's right by the river. Like case in fucking point. And just if you just go like see the last stream I had, we're just like car spotting. It was at like 1 a.m. I would have done that again, but they closed down the fucking path for construction like a week after I fucking streamed that shit. I was gonna do it like a week again, but yeah. And that's just like the easiest place to just like watch cars near my place. It's not like a really other like accessible one unless like I go over to the East River. If I go over to the East River, there's more than a fucking enough. The FDR runs like next to sidewalks. Yeah, there's one part where I can literally go on, like there's literally a sidewalk next to the highway for some part of it. And there's even one part where there's a sidewalk next to the highway that you can go on, by the way. It's not like railed off or something. You don't have to like hop a fence. Nothing. And there's no shoulder and there's no guardrail. So you're the fucking chancing it It's kind of fun though. I mean, like if someone veers off the road, you're kind of fucked. You're kind of dead. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of thrilling.
Pollution, noise,
Kind
and
of
visual
thrilling.
blight in a place where people want to congregate in large numbers.
I mean,
and
I haven't,
even engage
I haven't
in
been always been the one. I haven't always been known to value my life a whole lot. So,
aerobic activity.
hey,
It's not a good combination.
fucking fun though.
So
Hey,
let's
fuck
go
it.
back to that Patreon comment. I did look at SR 315. I looked at a lot of freeways this last week. Trust me, I'm ready to rinse my eyes out with Clorox. And SR 315 doesn't quite make the list, but it's a good example to use to demonstrate what I'm looking for in my worst of the worst. So here's the criteria I threw into the
Jesus
mixer
Christ.
in my list, but it's a good
Bro, fuck a riverfront. They really just said, fuck y'all. We're not going to give y'all any kind of park.
to use.
And shit, this looks like it could have been a fire park. Because it looks like there's like rapids or something there.
Demo 315 doesn't.
Yeah, this could have been a
quite
cool
make
park.
the list,
Fuck,
but
man. What the hell? Like, why would you just put it back? Why, bro? Bro, that's easy. That's easy, man. Easy. Bro, you have all this land. That's just not being used. That's easy,
It's a good
bro.
example
Why
to
would you
use
not?
To demonstrate what I'm looking for in my worst of the worst. So here's the criteria
Jesus Christ.
I threw into the mixer. One, property values, which aren't especially high.
You know what's funny what that makes me think of? I want to see if you could, you're able to see this on, just very careful. I just realized I'm not going to, I'm not going to go on Google Maps without turning off my current location. Almost forgot about that. That I did. On this bitch. Okay, wait, nope. My current location isn't on, but it shows my home, so that's not good. Okay, let's just. It's not showing it anymore. Oh, okay. 100 billion% sure it doesn't have my address on this bitch. Okay, I think we're good. I think okay, no, okay. Land's probably not usable or is tied up with that legend. No. I'm sure you're right. I'm 100% sure you're right. I guess I'm more just thinking like it's definitely some bureaucratic reason why they can't do it. But the city needs to just fucking walk through with that bureaucracy. Like that's something that just alright, this is what I'm thinking of. Route 4 here in Jersey. Also, I'm gonna start a series talking about like roads and shit, kind of like these guys we've been watching. But there's a whole fucking lot I want to, and there's a lot of topics. One of them is New Jersey, just like roads in New Jersey, and there's a bunch of topics. One is just like jug handle turns. But there's a lot more. It's a lot more interesting than it sounds. I promise you. There's a lot of weird stuff to that. And also I wanted to talk about these streetways, I call them, because they're like roads, but they're full freeways. Like if you go on my slow S60 account where I swim and shit, I was on Route 4. Like it's a full freeway, like not a single stoplight until you get like way like, until you get like, there's not a single stoplight until you get like until you exit Route 4, or yeah, until you get like over here. But like all the way through here, like there's driveways and everything, but like still freeway. See, not a single stoplight. But let me go up here to what I was trying to show y'all. Chat itself. What the fuck was I gonna show y'all? Oh yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. Stay focused. Yeah. Okay. Here. Yeah. So it's a riverfront right here. There's like this whole riverfront park and shit. It goes like up and down from it, but there's a freeway going through here. I mean, it's not like it's going up and down the riverfront, but this is what I'm trying to show. So. Will really. And not even really leaving. Yeah, like over here. But like I haven't been here, but I want to try it. I want to go here. you could just park in the fucking gas station parking lot. Probably not allowed to, but who cares? Just go, and you can just go literally just directly into the park right here, and you have this whole cool ass waterfront trail, like looks pretty beautiful. And this is literally right next, like right off of the gas station. That's right off of one of these Jersey streetways, and this is like beautiful riverfront trail. Let's thunk it. Anyway.
In Columbus or anywhere in Ohio. This is important because high property values mean we're in a place with high demand, where removing a waterfront freeway could free up a whole swath of developable land.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Let me move the text because City Nerd puts this shit on the left. Oops. Move the chat. Okay. There we go.
Scenic quality mean we're in a place with high demand where
nice of Caltrans not to build a freeway here.
Free up.
Whenever I think of shit like that, I always just think of the areas where there are a freeway and just thinking of there's so much of like the city that was there before, and what would it be like now? Like
a whole
areas that like, because there are a lot of areas that are like developed now that like back then were kind of shit. And because I mean it's been a long ass time. Like places that have just been fucking demolished by urban renewal and by freeway projects, like they could have had decades of just development, but they were killed. They lost their lives.
Land. To scenic quality,
weren't able to live out their lives.
I'd say this is average or a bit below average out of everything I've looked at.
Yeah, this is insane.
3
the fact that it just
recreational, bit below average.
Okay.
Out
the
of
way that it just crosses over the river, like bro, at least just keep it on one side. Goddamn.
3 recreational quality, and there are existing trail facilities and parks along the Olatangee. 4 proximity to downtown, definitely this part near the interchange. 5 land uses. If
at least
there's
a trail.
Active industrial use, the freeway is less offensive to me. 6.
No, I respect that. Okay, yeah, no, because if there is actual already industrial shit, yeah, no, facts. Like then, just, who cares? I think it's fair. I think it's fair. If there's already industrial shit, put it free.
Have an especially wide footprint, but it does stretch all the way north of the city. And finally, permeability. If it's an elevated structure or has lots of overcrossings, I still probably want to see it taken down, but at least it's less of a barrier. We'll discuss more as we go through, but let's just get straight into it. Number 10
talk about the
is
FDR.
Brooklyn Queens Expressway.
Oh, yep. Hell yeah, yep.
Heights.
Oh, don't get me started on this part of the BQE. Oh yeah. Well, if you know, you know. This part, it's a triple, I'm sure it's and it's a triple cantilever. So that probably doesn't make sense, but it's like, I'm not gonna be able to describe it. But it's like pretty much like 3 roads like stacked on top of each other, and they're all being held up by like the wall. Very, very bad explanation, but hopefully you can kind of get the point. But anyway, so like it's crumbling pretty much because it was built centuries ago, and New York is just like, we just put all our money into the police department, no money left for infrastructure pretty much, and also just a lack of fucks to give from, and it's not to mention, like, also the reason why they had to close down one lane of it is because this is on like the edge of the triple cantilever, so they closed down one lane so that they could preserve it for some more years and not have it fucking crumble on them, because if there was too much pressure here, shit might crumble. Just to preserve it for a little bit longer, just while they figure their shit out, hopefully. Yeah, no, like, I mean, because the thing about this is, because it's always like bumper to bumper traffic, like especially this one part, always. Let's look at it right now. 5:13 a.m. I mean, some morning traffic is starting, but not quite. Let's watch. Let's look at it. Hold on. Get Google Maps back up. Where the fuck? Down here. Okay, right. This is the section. Okay. Also, if you're wondering what I meant by triple count, this is what I mean. So yeah, you see what I mean? See how it's like suspended up like that? And yeah, you can literally see it fucking like, I mean, it's not like concrete chunks are falling off, but yeah, this shit ain't in good condition. You can just, oh wait, I would think I might have. Oh nope, I take that back. Concrete chunks are indeed falling off. Like then they just fucking circled them. Yeah, no, I completely take that back. Gotta love it. Literally crumbling. And not to mention, like, this is on like the top. It's not like it's on a retaining wall. So, what if a bigger chunk just falls onto someone? Wait, let me go up to the of it. Y'all can see. Again, triple cam. There's both decks of the expressway, and then there's the Brooklyn Heights Promenade, which is this really cool park above it. I will say, which I'm sure he's about to talk about. Yeah, this is like the deck where you could see the cantilever again. Like, yeah. I mean, well, no, this is the Brooklyn Heights Promenade, so this part isn't even as bad. Like, this hasn't had all the pressure put on it, but even that's still crumbling. Like, oh yeah, let me show you. So, right, you can go back in time. So, how it is now, right? See wider lanes from the shoulder here, but just go back not that long. Back to 2019 even. Yeah, you can see 3 lanes, narrower lanes, but yeah. Jesus. Yeah, and yeah, they had to close down one part of it because it's an interstate. Big ass trucks, like 80,000 pounds. I mean, I think there is a weight limit, but like fucking nobody follows it. You got like 80,000 pound trucks going. But what I was trying to show y'all, let's see if there is traffic. Sure, there is. Let's layers. Traffic. What the fuck? That's actually incredibly rare. I'm actually shocked. No traffic? Period? Bro, this is the kind of place, like, at least in one direction here. At least in one direction. At some point here, maybe it's down here, almost always right here. There's at least traffic going in one direction right here. 24/7. Pretty much guaranteed. Completely green is actually insane. That's actually insane. No, like, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. That's actually insane. These road survival. No, again, see, if you're not from New York, you wouldn't understand how insane this is. I promise you, this actually is mind blowing. I promise you, it actually is. I've never seen, like, maybe 2 or 3 times I've looked on this, probably early morning or late night in New York due to that. Yeah, no, but even then in late night, usually maybe 4, 3 a.m. might have no traffic, at least in one. I mean, even one time when I was going with my friend late at night, there was still bumper to bumper going in one way. But I mean, it's 5:17 a.m. Like, I feel like some traffic is starting around now. Like, I'm surprised. Like, shit, Queens Boulevard is already backed up here, and shit, even around here, there's no traffic. Yo, there is no traffic on a single freeway in the city. Ain't no fucking way. Not a one. Not a one. That's actually incredible. That's actually incredible. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Sorry, but that's actually incredible.
List, but it is such a high value.
Didn't really have the point that I was trying to make that it always has traffic, but
the city is
trust me. Wait, oh yeah, right. Google Maps. Hold on. Dude, how do you do? No. How do you do like historical traffic? Oh wait, this is the version we click on traffic. Oh, I see. Live traffic, typical traffic. There we go. Okay, hold on. Let me show y'all what I'm talking. Let's go to a Tuesday maybe. Go to like computer's just like blocking the bottom of my monitor. So like, let's go to 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. Yeah, look, literally no matter what time I choose. I mean, even right here, 6 a.m. It's not traffic right here, but it's right everything leading up to it. And then a little bit later, and then yeah, again everything leading up to it. Yeah. There we go. Okay. At least that showed my point.
So much in the Brooklyn.
Yo, why that one stretch of road right red? Yeah, it's because of this. Oh wait, who's crowding that road early in the morning? It's just like it's because it narrows to 2 lanes in each direction in this part too. But I actually like the thing is, I am not even 100% sure why it's always this one part that's so crowded. Besides that, it narrows to 2 lanes. I think that's probably the main reason why. But like, I think it's also just because it's just in an area that just naturally gets congested anyway.
That this piece of the BQE just gets more and more questionable. If you're not familiar with the location, the BQE
He's probably about to say everything
is a terrace situation with the northbound lanes a tier above the southbound lanes, with expensive neighborhoods above and Brooklyn Bridge Park below. So it's a topographically challenging area, but with those views, it's incredibly high value land.
Going north on the freeway right here is at night is the best view. Oh, if you're taking a tourist in New York City, or if you're just a tourist in New York City and you're driving around, I would, even if it's over traffic, just for the view alone, late at night, I'd go northbound on the BQE right here. Regardless of the traffic, I'd do it just to see the view. It's incredible. Like you can kind of see it. It's flushed out right here, but it's like it's the best view because it's right on the river, right across from like downtown Manhattan. It's amazing.
In Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah, Hartford. Look at this interchange right there.
Obviously, this
Hartford's
is not
interchange.
as high
Hartford's
value
interstates are just
as
ridiculous.
Brooklyn Heights from a pure dollar per square foot perspective.
Whole city.
But man, this is a shameful dereliction of your downtown river.
Yeah, this is fucking
front. Big inter.
Bro, it's so bad because I visited Hartford and we went to an area that was like kind of close to the riverfront, but like it could be so much nicer. It was clear it could be so much nicer. Like it's almost there. But just the freeways are just stopping it.
A riverfront should be a major urban amenity, and instead it's just squandered here. There's a sculpture park and a river walk, but how pleasant can it possibly be when you've got a 10-lane freeway sewer right up against it? Quick disclaimer on this.
Right up against as the FDR is in some parts, but I think he's going to talk
really
about.
Have a bypass or a beltway, so it's not clear which other freeway you could designate as I-91 in order to tear this one out. Not saying that means you shouldn't do it, but
I think they might have to reroute it.
And
even
just
then,
being real, you'd need
fuck
a more
up some other
holistic
shit.
study of just about any freeway on this list to make sure you aren't creating any unintended consequences.
Thing is, like when they were building it, maybe they shouldn't have put it there.
The east bank of the Willamette River in Portland, Oregon. You know, Portland always comes up in success stories of freeway removal because they
we were just talking about it.
Which ran on the west.
Just watching a video about this.
The Willamette. But that didn't happen until they built the Markham Bridge and I-5 on the East Riverfront, which were completed in 1966, and the Fremont Bridge Riverfront, which were completed in 1966, and the Fremont Bridge and I-405 along the west edge of downtown, completed in 1973. 1974 is the year they closed Harbor Drive, so is that a success story? 74.
Straight up merch like that? Looking at, like, lanes merch on the image.
Is the year they closed Harbor Drive, so is that a success story? I don't know. They literally needed to build two.
He was let Emery early on. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do that.
Just one.
As you said, anyway. So might be a minute until I can find a time that I can do it, but I'm a post when I'm gonna do it, so you know, post in advance. Okay, I'm gonna do it, and then I'll have the VOD up on my my channel. But
the Central East Side is
I'll figure out a way to do it.
From industrial use to residential and commercial.
I'll just wake up like early as fuck and
The
someday.
East Bank Esplanade was
I can't stay
completed
up
in
and do it because
2001, and I-5 is just more and more of an
I'm not
albatross.
smoking and driving. Fuck
It's
that. I don't
just
do that.
gotta go. Number 7
Yeah,
is
obviously not drinking and
I-580
driving. Are you
along
kidding me?
the East Bank of San Francisco Bay, running through a variety of East Bay
Emeryville.
jurisdictions. Look, I don't know the
Dang.
precise property value of this.
I was looking at this the other day. Look at how many fucking lanes there are.
Area,
You know, definitely solve traffic, right?
How much it would increase if you took out this
Uh.
Exor freeway, but
Okay.
this is one of the most expensive places to live on the planet. Imagine what you could do with this land and the access you could provide to public space that has some pretty incredible views. Having a 10-lane
That is a real-
freeway running at
That's
grade
fucking
here,
insane.
Pretty
Right next to it, like, bro, that's a beautiful
incredible
view.
view.
That's such a beautiful.
Views.
You're fucking robbing the
Access
people of
you
that.
can
Holy shit, bro.
To
That's actually insane. That's actually insane. I mean, the least they could do is take out the fucking frontage road, slap some fucking trees down here, and then turn this
Public
pavement
space
stretch
that
here into this like modernize, make this pavement stretch, and then make that your greenway.
some
That's the
pretty
least you could
incredible
do.
views.
Least you-
Having a 10-lane freeway running at grade here is contrary to just about any reasonable land use or urban planning principle I can possibly think of. Number 6 is the Gardiner Expressway in Toronto. This is not nearly as bad as it could be since plans to extend it east were scuttled and some proposed widenings were never implemented, but it's still pretty awful. Particularly considering
Is it
kind of
10 lanes is
development
excessive?
intensity
That
the
can
city
be can
has
they be
along-
6? Yeah, no, I think that's
I
fair.
know I have a lot of Toronto.
I see. I don't think there's a thing like if they're able to put a freeway there while still making like public space good, while still making the public space good, like New York City does in a fair few places. I think if you're able to still make the public space be nice, I think that's fine. Me personally, I think that's okay as long as it's not intruding on it, and it's made in a way that's also just like the Alaska Way Viaduct does not count.
Viewers, so let me know what the latest conversations are around taking down the expressway. Because I know the ideas are out there, and sadly, I'd expect this kind of thing to happen in Canada before it happens in the US. Bonus,
Wait, what is
this
that?
kind of thing to happen.
Start tearing down. Oh, they actually are tearing it down? Wait, what?
Because let me know what the latest conversations are. And I know I have a wondering the kind of development intensity the city has along the lakefront. I know I have a lot of Toronto viewers, so let me know what the latest conversations are around taking down the expressway. Because I know the ideas are out there, and sadly, I'd expect this kind of thing to happen in
21,
Canada
it
before
still
it
exists
happens
today.
in the US. Bonus Golden Horseshoe content. Queen Elizabeth Way in Hamilton and Points East is also extremely bad. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say if Vancouver can get by without freeways, Hamilton, Ontario can do it too. Number 5 is I-20 freeway. Hamilton, Ontario can do it
Guess.
too. Number
guess.
5 is I-25.
I guess. I mean, there's still a fair few.
Hamilton,
There's still a fair
Ontario.
amount of riverfront. There's still a fair few waterfront. I think it's distant enough. I don't know.
Too. Number
I don't know, I
5
don't think
is I-25 in Denver. For a place that routinely shows up on
I'm trying to be real
lists
charitable
of
here.
America's healthiest and
No,
most
yeah, I don't think
livable
it's-
cities. This is sort of a crime against
Where
America's
is this?
healthiest and most. For a place that routinely shows up on lists
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they could do.
of America's
So much more.
healthiest and most livable cities. This is sort of a crime against all Denverites. This is the South Platte River, which should be the crown jewel greenbelt of the whole city. And there's a lot here. Trails, cultural attractions, shopping districts. But a lot of it is just a 10-lane freeway with ginormous interchanges. Look, I love a riverfront greenway for biking or running, but if I'm huffing and puffing at a mile altitude, that's a lot of dust and debris
Yeah.
and who knows what coming out of the exhaust.
Yeah, he's got-
Carbon monoxide, benzene, just assorted toxic crap going straight into your bloodstream.
Hell
Is it
yeah.
too far to say
America.
that allowing
America,
freeways
baby.
right next to active transportation facilities is public health malpractice? So I just said it. 4 is I-64 and I-71.
Not as bad as some parts of the FDR Greenway. They're literally like
a city
just separated by a Jersey barrier, and there's the Greenway.
I'm very fond of, but we haven't spent nearly enough time talking about the shockingly dismal freeway situation in downtown Louisville. It's got one of the truly unsightly downtown interchanges in the freeway. It's got
Christ. Also, look at how it cuts across the grid. You can literally see like in like where the concrete is in the fucking viaduct. Like you can literally see like where the grid is. It just curves directly across it. Like that's in downtown, man.
In the free
I mean, there's
world.
shit like that
And
all
a
across.
riverfront that's almost completely
Don't make it
cordoned
better.
off
I'm just
is in the free.
wonder what happened. Because like you could see it's both directions of the freeway here, but one bridge was clearly constructed way before the other. But it doesn't look like it like redid the interchange. Maybe this bridge served both directions. Or there was a second bridge. I don't know.
That's almost completely cordoned off.
They
from
only
the
replaced
rest
one
the
of them?
city. And it's a riverfront with
Wait, what?
that's almost completely cordoned off from the rest of the
Yeah,
city.
that's ridiculous. You can pretty much only get there by driving, even though it's like, like I mean, like get there. You could really only get there from like right here, which is and there's only like a stadium there. There's like no real like the closest place people like who can walk there like from here, and they still have to walk by this whole parking lot. I mean, like, and then over here. But like, what about everyone over here though? Everyone over here. What the fuck are they gonna do? I don't see. Okay. I mean, there is the one down here, but then they can't get over to like
unsightly
like
downtown interchanges.
What? Yeah, like what about every
is in the free world, and a riverfront that's almost completely cordoned off from the rest of the city. And it's a riverfront with tons of potential. Cool, old-timey paddle steamers, of course. But it really has the bones for a great riverfront
really does go like
promenade with a connection to one of the coolest bike ped-only bridges in the U.S. Promenade with
cool as fuck.
But it really has the bones for a great riverfront promenade with
not as good as one.
A connection to one of the coolest bike ped-only bridges
I mean, that one's
in
cool.
the U.S.
I really want to do the one. It's just, well, I mean, I have electrics. I mean, it's like I have an electric scooter. Could pop this shit in my trunk. Is this like super like high up bridge that spans the Hudson River up in Poughkeepsie? Used to be a rail bridge. I think like maybe like a decade ago or something. Long before, I'm not sure. I heard about it like a decade ago. It became a passenger bridge. Passenger bridge. I really want to. I want to try it. It's not. It's only like an hour away from here.
City and so much potential, just waiting to be unleashed.
Maybe that's day one.
More to come. And while you're pondering what could possibly be worse than what we've already seen,
what could possibly be worse?
Consider liking this video. Unless you think waterfront freeways are awesome, subscribe and
I'm not. I mean, it's like
similarly mind-numbing content every Wednesday at noon Pacific. Consider connecting on the apps and/or supporting the channel directly if you want to keep this operation financially solvent. And sub count check. The channel now has enough subscribers to fill Tiger Stadium, home of the Tigers, from Louisiana State University in Baton Rouge. I feel like I'm just counting down SEC.
Gotta figure out what can mine. How many? SG capacity. I should add more. Arena capacity. I spoke. In America, real country. Okay. All right. So I have enough subscribers to fill the second largest arena. Not the largest. Also, fuck is the biggest arena is twice as big as the second biggest. The Philippines. KFC Yum Center.
Stadium
yeah, not quite enough to fill a stadium.
I don't really have anything to say about this one, Other than, this is a lot to invest in a venue that hosts like 8 games a year. Honorable mentions would be, I don't know, just cities that have torn down their waterfront freeways. I mentioned Portland, which gets an asterisk in my book. And you've got San Francisco, where
New York
the
here.
Embarcadero Freeway
in the
was
70s.
dismantled after it took earthquake damage, and it wasn't replaced in
there was
any real
Oakland
way.
one.
Then in Seattle, you had demolition of the Alaskan Way Viaduct, which was also damaged by an earthquake. This should give you a
I didn't even know that. I know the Oakland. There was one in Oakland that did have to collapse.
Before anyone considers removing.
I was actually talking about that in this
then it's not that
assignment that I
straightforward,
submitted
since
earlier today.
The viaduct was replaced by a crazy expensive tunnel that apparently not very many people want to pay to use, and a pretty wide surface street. Anyway, there's a lot of contention around all of these, and they're
I
fascinating.
think the tunnel.
stories.
I mean, I know the tunnel is really
Dishonorable mention
controversial.
to
I think
Philadelphia. I didn't feel like I-76 or I-95 were quite atrocious enough to make the top 10, but it's pretty embarrassing to have 2 different rivers blockaded by interstates. Also, dishonorable mention to the entire state of North Carolina. All of the major cities are inland, and none of them are on rivers of any size, apparently. Major cities are inland to the entire state of North Carolina. All of the major cities are inland, and none of them are.
I'm looking at this. See, some of these, it's like, see, this is just like some kind of strode, but there's like a half clover leaf over there for some fucking reason.
Of any size, apparently. How does that even happen? None of them are on rivers of any size.
Oh no, that's free.
Apparently. How does that even happen? Geography nerds, weigh in down in the comments. And before we get back to
Same thing with Raleigh.
Geography.
Raleigh, like, I mean, like a half freeway. It's like a park, kind of like a parkway. Oh wait.
Geography nerds, weigh in down in the comments. And before we get back to it, a little editorializing. Knowing what we know today about building walkable, dense, mixed-use communities in central locations.
One more time.
And knowing what we know about the correlation between proximity to freeways and things like childhood asthma rates, cancer rates, and cardiovascular diseases, I'd have to say, and maybe I'm an optimist, but you wouldn't see that many urban freeways get built if we were starting from scratch today. So the way I see it is, urban freeways are bad land use decisions that are grandfathered in because political inertia is a thing, and removing freeways is expensive and disruptive. It really calls for a federal solution, and the Reconnecting Communities program in the 2021 infrastructure bill was a step in the right direction, but it's underfunded like at least 10,000x. So when you get a chance to support a political candidate, support one that'll go all in on funding something like Reconnecting Communities. Okay, and soapbox. Number 3 is Storrow Drive and Soldiers Field Road in Boston. This one is not an interstate, so maybe it's less of a political lift, but it runs funding something like Reconnecting Communities. And okay, and soapbox. Number 3 is Storrow Drive and Soldiers Field Road in Boston. This one is not an interstate.
Storrow is a cool, kind of like the FDR, in that it's like not designed at all up to like not even close to interstate. It's just like you got the lanes, and it doesn't have lights, and that's about it. It's gonna have sharp turns. It's gonna have low clearance. And it's gonna have like get narrow, like super sharp turns, but like technically a freeway, kind of like the FDR on that. Like, see, sharp turn right there, super there.
Lift, but it runs from the Charles River Dam near North Station downtown all the way down the Charles.
Oh yeah. See what I mean? See, because it's like it's not like super. It doesn't even stand out a whole lot because it just kind of like works through the city. See, these kinds of ones are like. It's like
all the way down the
not
Charles,
like that big. It kind of like worked through the city
the
type.
city limits. The Esplanade and the bike path.
Yeah, see, like
should be a great way to connect between downtown, the back.
Yeah, there should be more. It should be way better. Like it's Like because the city goes right up to the edge. It should be better here. But then again, I've driven through Boston. I need the Storo here. I can't lie.
The freeway really hinders connectivity.
It really
does.
does.
It's just noise and pollution that blights the overall experience.
Hopefully they could put it, if they could put it in a tunnel, that would be great.
Running east-west. So
that's true. That's a good
what's
point.
this even for?
That's a good point.
Number 2 is FDR Drive in Manhattan.
That's a good point. I mean, I guess I haven't been to Boston like. Oh, he's talking about the FDR. Let's go. Hold on.
This thing stretches all the way from the I-95 bridge in Washington Heights.
Oh no, it goes farther north.
Battery,
it goes a bit farther. It goes a bit. Okay, no. It goes a little bit farther north. Also, by the way, if we're being real technical, FDR only runs up to 125th. North of that is the Harlem River Drive, and then that also even then still continues past the I-95 bridge. That continues all the way up to Dykeman. Anyway, I had to pull an ERM actually.
The entire.
Also, by the way, if I do a car spotting stream on the FDR, it's probably gonna be at one of these two spots that he's looking at.
All the way from the I-95
this
bridge.
one spot.
Drive in Manhattan. This thing stretches all the way from
right where he zoomed in, pretty much. Right here, right there. Yeah, because this is a little like spot that like sticks out right here. Like right at the end of 72nd Street right here, where it's like great spot to just like watch cars and shit. Yeah, if I stream, it's probably gonna be, if I stream FDR, it's probably gonna be right there.
5 Bridge in Washington Heights, down to the Battery.
The FDR is really cool though, just like all the ways that it just like double decks, cool like ways it curves, and just like narrow lanes in parts. There are a lot of videos of people cutting up on it. It's a cool fucking freak. I can't lie.
The entire east edge of Manhattan, just an extremely valuable chunk of real estate. The views over the East River
it could be
lovely where they exist.
They need the FDR. It would be so fucked with it.
The thing that keeps
oh
FDR
my
Drive
god,
from
I
being
can't
#1
even imagine what it might be. The FDR. Oh my god, if there isn't already enough, it's already enough traffic. Oh my god. Oh my god, if all north-south traffic had to go into local streets here, it's already bad enough, bro. Oh my god.
is that it does have elevated and underground.
It's so bad. I think our suicide rate would increase.
Is
it literally goes under the freeway. That's a fun fact. Right under the UN. It's one part where it goes right under. One part right here where it goes under the UN, going southbound right here. The road is so bad. It's not even potholes. It just it's like wavy. It's like bump. It's not flat. It's so crazy bumpy. It's not even like, is the FDR better or worse than the Cross Bronx? Good question. Yeah, I'd say that's actually a really good question. I'd say traffic wise, it really depends. It can really depend. The FDR is a lot longer. The Cross Bronx, it's more of just like, well, because the FDR, I'd say like, you're really, if you're gonna use the FDR, you're probably just using like one stretch of it. And sometimes you're gonna be taking the whole thing, but like, you're probably only gonna use one stretch of it, and it's usually only like, except for like midday, it's probably only gonna be like one or two stretches that have like a lot of traffic going in like one or two, like one direction maybe, sometimes both directions. It varies a lot more. But the Cross Bronx, because it's also a vital north-south route, because I-95, it gets a lot. It gets even more traffic. Because it's not just a local route. So I guess maybe the Cross Bronx in terms of traffic alone, but it really varies.
Is okay for a freeway. Still though, we got rid of the west
side
elevated.
Oh yeah.
After
I was hoping you'd talk about this
anyway.
Yeah.
So let's see some of that can-do.
In fact, it was sitting there for 10 years.
And get rid of this monstrosity too.
Oh no, I'm lying. I've seen pictures of it polarized. Yeah, no. Apparently the west side elevated highway, it was like by the time it opened, it was already like out of date, like not up to like freeway standard.
New York attitude. And
well, the west side of Manhattan used to be insanely just like derelict and abandoned.
So
one of the main reasons why was because of this highway.
New York
but
attitude.
Ever since then,
get rid of this
whole west side has just been like south of 57th.
And number one
completely
is
revitalized.
Lakeshore Drive in
Oh, yeah.
Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Like the last two, it sounds like it could be some sort of tree-lined boulevard. Yeah, it's a drive, not a freeway. But make no mistake, Outside of a short segment where it runs through Millennium and Grant Parks, it's a freeway. What puts Lakeshore Drive over the top is just the land use. A fantastic greenbelt of beaches and parks up and down the shore on the east side of the roadway, and tons of density and great views on the west side.
No, facts. But I mean, I don't live in Chicago, so I really can't. Oh, I mean, I will say though, at least the park is still fully there. Like it doesn't like the park is still fancy, and regardless of it, it could probably still be. I'm sure it could be way better with it. But it is still there, and also it's another case like the FDR. Damn. Anyway, sorry. I'm sure like it's another case like the FDR. I can't even imagine how bad like traffic would be. Like, I'm sure it would just be insane.
Practically the length of the city, almost all at grade, as if to maximize the noise. That's just really the length of the city, almost all at grade.
That's like curves. It's like, oh, this looks dope for biking. See, they never prioritize this shit with bike infrastructure. I can't tell if that's what they're doing here. If they are, then that's fucking sick. And never prioritize this bike infrastructure ever. Like having just like broad curves, because like that still matters when you're biking. Like when you're driving, obviously that matters too. But having broad curves instead of having like sharp curves, that's still just as important when you're biking. So like I'm glad they're prioritizing. It's like sharp turns are a pain in the ass when you're biking.
Air pollution and the physical barrier from the lakefront. There is the occasional tunnel.
Damn, save that for OF. Wait, this? I would even be thinking about the shit that I did.
About using that. Chicagoans, weigh in. Does the existence of Lakeshore Drive bother you? Or have you just kind of convinced yourself it's not that bad?
All the burping.
Interested in hearing from people who have to live with it. Okay, that was tough. If that was hard to watch for you, imagine what it was like to research and write it. Roll the credits. Thanks for...
You could have one heck of a furniture sale, and you're still not going to fill every single one of those parking spots. To a planner, this looks like wasted.
Hold on, let me give. Okay. Creator. Hold on a minute. This is Rogue Guy Rob. I love this guy. This guy.
Space. To a business, it means customers. So stores provide plenty of it. Right here in central Indianapolis, a big flat parking lot surrounded by tall buildings. After World War II, many cities in America did this, thinking, oh, it's convenient. It'd give people a place to park when they go downtown. But that parking has to go somewhere. So those shops really close together so you can walk places. They tore half of them down for parking. So you
there you go, yep.
Because you have to walk past the parking lots. Yeah, so forget it. I'll just drive. Which means we have to build even more parking lots, which spreads things out even more. And then that can get really out of hand. Look what they did to poor downtown Denver back in the 1960s. They tore...
Oh yeah, this is the same kind of shit that I was showing y'all. Shit, that's insane. Downtown Denver. God damn.
Half the city down for more parking. And what's even more insulting, those parking lots stopped generating sales tax revenue. And to add to the spiral, parking lots also dry up the property tax value. It's just a cruel fact that parking lots don't make money, at least not for the city. And so if there was a way that the city could allow the developer to cash this in, turn this into land that does make money, building and developments, without losing any of the parking lots that the businesses need to have customers come to their business, well, that would be quite the magic trick now, wouldn't it?
This building that we built, we leased up during COVID. It's 100% leased.
Over 4 decades, Michael Garvey's built more than a few buildings. Which is remarkable because I understand right now is not the best days for commercial.
Yeah, we have an office building downtown in the Indianapolis CBD that is not doing well.
But here in the suburb of Carmel, where most people are driving
Carmel,
their
Indiana.
cars,
oh fuck yeah! I was going to talk about Carmel, Indiana. Okay.
Coming along.
Parking ends up being the financial albatross of the transaction. You have to figure out how to solve that.
Wait, where did he say this guy? Wait, is this guy the mayor?
4 decades, Michael Garvey's
I'm retarded.
Construction is humming along.
Parking ends up being the financial albatross of the transaction. You have to figure out how to solve that.
So traditionally, there have only been 2 ways to get rid of a big surface parking lot. One is to completely transform your city so people can go about their business without needing to store their car, like when they go shopping. And that is a huge effort. Just ask Portland, Oregon, who have been working on this for 40 years. Their headway has not come easily. For everywhere else, the fact is, automobile traffic drives retail in America. And for a suburb of Indianapolis, Indiana that does not have a regional light rail system, it's not likely this is going to work, at least anytime soon. So that takes us back to the other thing we tend to do, which is scoop up all that surface parking into a big parking garage. In the same way a skyscraper is high-density space for people, a parking garage is high-density space for cars. And on paper, it looks like the best of both worlds because this car storage building can free up lots of surface parking lots that you can redevelop. And that lets people have their car and eat it too, figuratively speaking.
We don't have oceans here. We don't have mountains. How do we make this city attractive to businesses, etc.?
The strategy in Carmel, Indiana, hide the parking somewhere where you can't see it, and people might actually walk places.
Oh, our office building, you can walk to, I think it is 14 sit-down restaurants.
So in this video, we're going to split up. The mayor's going to give me a personal tour of the city in his personal, comfortable car. And I am going to put my money where my mouth is and hike the entire thing on foot. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, thanks. Carmel's former mayor is a bit of a housing libertarian.
You know, so many cities.
Are they twins? Wait, I'm so fucking confused. What the fuck?
Thing on foot.
Wait, is this an edit or are they? Wait.
The city in his personal entire thing on foot. Yeah,
walking in America.
Yeah, thanks. Carmel's former mayor is a bit of a housing libertarian.
You know, so many cities, especially Republican suburban cities, will say, "Oh, we want you to come, but you got to live like everybody else." Well, it's not government's role to tell people what kind of house they have to live in. When they're young, they may want an apartment or a condo. They have kids. They may want a house with a yard. They're retired. They may want to be able to walk places. How does a suburb built after the advent of the car become a walkable, pedestrian, traditional city?
It takes a bit of effort to try to find where the parking garages are, and that is by design.
To be able to see any of the garage, because we've wrapped it.
So there is still parking in this town. So like they didn't even eliminate parking.
This 5-story building
still has parking.
That was built a few years ago.
Able to do
it
everything
just looks like
while
parking
still
has vanished, but with a close eye, you can spot it. Aha! Found it. And sometimes it's just underground.
The Indiana Design Center, 120 cars under garage.
And no space is wasted. Normally next to a parking garage, it's an ugly alley where like drug deals go down and stuff. But look here, cute little houses. More, which will eventually appear on these vacant lots next to another new parking garage. Part of this midtown, downtown neighborhood of row houses.
Yeah, I know. I've heard about this.
Along,
this is
no
amazing.
driveways or garages, just on-street parking. You think, oh, well, that's going to be terrible because that means I'm fighting for a space in front of my house every day. But that's not true. It's got more cool suburb stuff than you think. As you walk around back, there's an alley.
Why make it difficult to find parking again? I guess it's not really as much like making it difficult to find parking, but it's just not having it be in just like the direct sight line of everyone just like around the city. So it's just like when you're in the downtown, you don't want to just be seeing parking everywhere. You want to just be experiencing the city itself. So like if you want to find parking, there'll still be signs, you'll still be able to know where it is. But like it's just out of view. I guess it's more wet.
Mug. 2-car garage doors for every unit. Plenty of room to park. And if you have guests come over, they'll probably find a spot on the street because they're the huge municipal garages, so they're not running out of space. You're thinking, oh, Rob's getting too excited about those parking garages. Yeah. I think that's Carmel's secret sauce. Parking everywhere, so it's not a problem. But the real secret is the way Carmel figured out a way to pay for all of these parking garages. You ever notice that when you park on the ground, it's free? Makes sense because the weight of your car just transfers right to the dirt.
I mean,
this
meters are a thing, bro.
You have to pay as you exit. Well, that's because this thing's so expensive with all the columns and beams and everything. They're literally building a building strong enough to hold a vehicle up in the air. To store your car in a garage like this one costs $50,000 per parking space. And that's on the cheap end.
Subterranean is incredibly expensive, probably 30 to 50% more per space. because you have to ventilate them, etc.
Oh
In a
yeah,
downtown area like
right.
Indianapolis, you have all those high-rise buildings full of people who are potential customers who may be willing to pay for a parking spot to help pay off the garage. But in suburbs like Carmel, you just don't have that many customers. That's why you don't see more parking garages in the suburbs. Okay, so imagine two big box stores want to open new locations in your suburb, and one wants to be responsible. Use less land, put all that parking in a garage. Well, to pay for it, they either need to charge you to park there or raise their prices on the shelf. And that's just not going to compete with the other store.
Because there is a like a quote unquote strip mall. The closest they can get to a strip mall here in New York City, of like a few big box stores. There are two similar ones. There's one that's called Bronx Terminal Market, and then there's another one, I think, Plaza. East River Plaza is all the way over on like 116th, like right next to the FDR. And the other one, well, Bronx, also like right next to the river. I think both of them you have to pay to get into the garage. So yeah,
that's not like pavement on top of.
I just mean make the signs more obvious where there is parking. Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think I agree. I don't think that's what they were doing.
Every building in every suburb having big.
I think just the more point of what they're saying is making it
spreading the town out. But what if there was a way to get the parking garage basically for free? This video is not sponsored by Garbage Box. Algorithm curated garbage delivered straight to your doorstep every single day, whether you want it or not. Suburbs can do something pretty incredible if they can hide the parking lots, which means building garages that suburbs can't afford. But Carmel, Indiana,
folks won't slow down. They may hit a pedestrian by mistake. No, true.
Tax increment financing, or TIF. What is that? So you have a piece of property, and undeveloped, it makes basically no money in property tax each year. And if you slap a big box shopping center on there with all the parking that's required, the assessed property value per acre that the city can make off of that is about this. The building's worth something, but the parking lot's not worth really anything. So what if we help the developer put the parking underground? They build something really dense. The taxable assessed value per acre is off the charts. And you have a bunch of land left over that you can also develop. The only way to make that kind of insane money off such a little bit of land is if there's a parking garage there. So what if we took the difference in property tax, take the money we'd get after the new development and the parking garage are done, and use it to pay off the parking garage over 30 years. And then after that, the city is making crazy high taxes basically forever, which is only possible because we built a parking garage which we paid for using the first 30 years of taxes. You still with me here? So if this kind of confuses you, that's fine. TIF confuses me too, but wrapping my head around it, let's make a chart here. So the vertical axis, that's the total amount of money the city makes over time, so that'll pile up. And then this is, of course, time. The big box shopping center, it starts making money right away at a rate like this over time, and the money just sort of piles up that the city can use for services like police and fire and whatnot. But the shopping center with TIF, well, we're paying for the parking garage for like 30 years. Then you hit that 30-year mark, and it starts making money at 5 times the rate of this shopping center.
Probably echoed through the mic, my bad.
So it starts growing like this. All of this here starts being pure profit after this break-even point at, 30, 35 years or whatever. And then the city's making tons of money forever after that. But for this to work, the building has to last more than 30 years. Getting access to tax money means you're not just getting approval from the city, you're kind of getting a business partner.
Then they're very involved. I had a weekly call with them for 9 months on the project at Rangeline and Main Street. They were involved in brick selection, very detailed in the architectural of that building in this one.
The city has a financial interest in making sure your development sticks around for a while.
It's pro-development, but you're going to build a really nice product.
In the beginning, I had to convince the lenders. They didn't think it would work. There's a lot of skepticism in the business and financial community, but then it worked so well. Now we have lines of people trying to do our TIF deals in Carmel.
One of the first.
So well.
Beamer. Is that the IX? I think it's an IX.
Lines of people trying to do
an
our TIF
IX.
deals in Carmel.
One of the first TIF projects, Sophia Square here, will start paying its full property tax in about a decade.
And in Carmel, they've done away with
That shit
the
looks
city
so nice.
backing the TIF.
Like, bro, like from this side, bro, this is actually like a place you'd want to be in. Like, I'd actually like want to walk down this shit. Like, just It actually just looks like a nice place.
About a decade.
And in Carmel, they've done away with the city backing the TIF bonds. So these are developer backed. So we have to buy the bonds, finance against the TIF, and borrow money from a bank.
The TIF can pay for more than just parking garages.
I'm having to stop and catch my breath because there's just so much to see it. And this thing here in front of me is a bicycle trail. It's kind of like a freeway with people going back and forth on it.
With so many buildings close
Kinda
together,
like a
the
freeway.
share of trips by bicycle is quite high.
Normally when I film along a bike trail, I kind of stage it so a bike happens to pass by right as I'm doing the stand-up. But along here, I don't have to stage it because bikes just keep coming.
The TIF money helps make the trail
That's fucking
really
awesome, though.
luxurious.
Yeah, that's actually really cool that people are actually just like using that. That's cool as fuck. And this is a suburb, bro. This isn't like a big city. This is a suburb.
At the heart of this dense development, a civic square.
Oh, this can happen in any city.
That turn it into a parking lot when
It really
events are
can
not
happen in any
happening.
city.
Look, they did the same thing here with the brickwork on the parking spaces. Instead of a big, ugly, white or yellow line.
Instead of turning a parking lot into a temporary plaza, turn a
looks so
ugly, white or
nice.
yellow line.
Instead of
This shit looks fucking amazing, bro. Like centuries, like bro, fucking century from now, like way down the line, we'll actually be looking back and saying, "Oh, this building still looks nice." We won't be saying, "Oh, that."
turning a parking lot into a temporary plaza,
like we do about like a
turn
lot like
plaza
brutalist
into
shit.
a temporary parking lot.
We close this off for the farmers market. All the
Oh, this looks like
bollards
European.
there have water and electricity in them.
Farther uptown, Carmel becomes even more urban.
This is an example. See how narrow the vehicular road is
So
versus
fucking
the bike.
awesome, bro.
Urban.
This is an example.
This looks like fucking like the net. This looks like the Netherlands, bro.
See how narrow the vehicular
Like, look at this.
road is versus the bike and pedestrian road.
That's
we don't even have
so
speed
awesome.
limit signs.
This has to be
This prioritizes-
the narrowest modern street I've ever seen. Like, I think I can almost do the splits across.
And that's how I died. Like everywhere in Carmel, cars are welcome
Oh, that
everywhere.
just looks so cool.
But parking is
Bro, I'd like.
prioritized
This seems like it's
differently.
such a great
And look,
place to like
they
raise
did it
kids and
again.
shit.
Bricks in a different pattern.
Bro, if you want to raise kids in the suburbs, this is where to do it. This is where to do it. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is where to do it.
Prioritized differently.
And look, they did
I
it
like.
again.
I'm highly
Bricks in a
considering like.
different pattern.
I don't want to live in Indiana. I can't lie to you, but like, if there could be another city that's just like Carmel, Indiana, that's in like a metro area of a city I want to live in, I would probably like raise kids there. Because like, I don't want to raise my kids in a place that's like completely unwalkable. I don't want my kids to have to wait until they're 16 to be able to go anywhere on their own. And like, I don't want my kids to have to drive everywhere just to see their fucking friends or just go to the store or anything like that. Like, I want my kids to have freedom. I want my kids to at least have like some, and like you can't do that if like you have to drive anywhere because kids can't drive until they're 16 or even older.
Separate the on-street parking from the through traffic, and they have these two gray tiles to separate spaces out, so you don't have to have ugly paint on here. And it's permanent. They don't have to maintain that. And even though we already have a really nice bicycle trail and pedestrian walkway
We
in the
don't
park
even need
there,
to separate spaces,
didn't stop
but-
the city from putting in a huge sidewalk.
That's
off to the
so
side
fucking
anyway.
awesome. Wait, what did
Already
you say
have
before?
a really nice bicycle trail and pedestrian.
You already have that, and they added another one. That's so fucking awesome, bro.
Didn't stop the city from putting in a huge
fucking
sidewalk off to the side
awesome.
anyway.
It may
Well, that's
copy
just so like
European
so
design.
there's one in like the middle just for like a nice like ride, like going biking. But then there's also another one, like if you need to like get to your destination by biking, just like side. That's
Fine,
so
but
cool.
Europe doesn't have one of these.
And look, there's your huge public parking.
But not all
Yeah.
of the supply
Yeah,
on
but
the
even
ground
then,
needs
like
to be
even then,
replaced.
like
there's your huge,
like it's just a big old like one
Huge
big
public
one
parking.
big
But
one that
not all
yeah.
of the supply on the ground needs to be
That's okay.
replaced.
Contrast here with a big box store across the street, but then on the left is a perfect example of new urbanism. I wish Meyer would sell off the edge right along the street. We could put up 3-story buildings there and hide
That's how you
that parking
pronounce it?
lot a bit.
It's pretty unlikely.
You don't
that
have
this
any of the
parking lot
fucking,
has
I guess,
ever been
Myers here in the
100%
Northeast.
full.
I thought
Though
the shit was
rules
pronounced
allowed them to
Myger.
sell their excess, the city could get more development and still have more than enough surface parking left over for all of their customers' needs. You might not need as many spaces as you
Hold on,
think.
wait, what did you say about that one?
This
Mike?
park
We could put up perfect example. Contrast here with a big box store across the street, but then on the left is a perfect example of New Urban.
Yeah.
I wish Meyer would sell off the edge
right across the street, right across the street from each other. Jesus, look at that.
It's pretty unlikely that this parking lot has ever been 100% full. So if the rules allowed them to sell their excess, the city could get more development and
just
still
their
have
excess.
more than
Like, they
enough
don't even have to
surface
sell it
parking
all
left
off.
over for all of their customers' needs. You might not need as many spaces as you think.
You have to convince the market that multifamily is complementary with office because this is only daytime parking, whereas the others are more nighttime. So they work in tandem
bright red
well
Lincoln
together.
looks kind of nice.
Parking, whereas the others
Hey,
are more
that
nighttime.
bright red Lincoln looks pretty
So
fucking
they work
cool.
in tandem
Look
well
at that shit. That shit is nice. Wait, is that matte red? Is that sun red?
Parking, whereas the others are more nighttime.
Wait, no, I can't tell if that's
So
like glossy or
they
satin.
work in tandem well
Either way,
together.
that shit looks nice.
See these big parking lots here? So we're engaged in discussions with almost all these building owners. We see urban villages taking place as we develop these parking lots into little walkable areas with mixed use.
Urban planners have always made an altruistic case of why cities ought to build up. And if their arguments just don't appeal to you, well, maybe Carmel's economic development case might.
We built 72,000 feet of office, 35
Like, I want my kid. Also, I want my kids to be able to like, bro, like,
and
I have so many memories of like after school, especially in high school, of just like walking with my friends around the neighborhood, Starbucks nearby, just like walking around. I want my kids to be able to do that, bro. I don't want my kids to have to just get in a car right after school, straight home. Like, nah, bro.
1.7
that.
acres. Yeah, we couldn't fit another postage stamp on
Bro, imagine
that
if
site.
that would have sucked.
If
If
we
I
would
had
have
to do
built
that.
just
Yeah,
one
fuck
building,
that.
it would have been 35,000 feet because we would have had to keep all the rest for surface parking.
I never expected going to film a short video about roundabouts would turn into 1, 2, 3, 4 videos about one city, but I promise I'm on to other places now. And if you find yourself
Oh, you know
new
what?
here, hey, you just sat through
Let's skip
13
to this one. Watch this fucking bus go insane. Let's watch this. Fuck yeah. Damn. On local streets too, bro? Shit. Damn. Morning, LDD. Gotta do an airport run at 3 a.m. right now. Oh shit. That's rough. Do that to a Lincoln, Ron Jeremy. Damn, bro. That old ass Tata too. Next to like the nice bus next to it. That bus next to it looks like a luxury bus. Let's get to the. Let's go. Damn, you got all those passengers on this shit? Is that a baby? You got a baby on the bus and you driving this shit like that? Bro. God damn, bro. I mean, I guess maybe they all pay for the service to get just like driven like fast as possible, I guess. Like, yeah, bro. Shit, bro, with the baby on the bus. Oh, this is one lane each way. Because at first I wasn't sure. Like, it looked like this guy was just like staying in that lane. He was fast. Damn, bro. Is that just normal? Where like, people just have to ride on the shoulder while someone else is passing there? That's man. I need squeeze bus in this shit. Hold on. I'm gonna skip because I know this shit gets. There we go. With all these people just like right by the side of the road, bro. What the fuck was that horn? Goofy ass horn. Goofy ass horn. Damn, bro. Bro. That guy in front is not letting me pass. That guy in front is matching speed. That fucking horse carriage. Oh, it's like a bike carriage. Oh. Oh. That was a squeeze. No bends. Holy shit. Bro, with one lane each way is insane. People go for the pass like every time on it. Jesus Christ. US, you don't. You will like in the US you have to wait until shit. The people standing by the side of the road right there, like, god damn, bro. Okay, now this is just like an. Okay. Now you can. I mean, he was already cutting up shit, but now you can really cut it. Why are you honking? Why even honk at that? Had that. I could have babies on this bus is just insane. I love that the passengers are all completely calm during this. Like, I'm sure this shit actually probably is normal. Express, you can say that again. I'm just gonna skip, yeah. Okay, now we got a 3-laner, okay. We're gonna get some real. These bus, let's go. Oh, they're making that. Why is he blocking? Oh, okay. I mean, there was a light there. Look, I don't get why people are standing on, like, just like some people are just like standing on the side of the freeway. I don't get that. Like, why? Like, well, people in India really be putting. People like, well, people. I mean, have to, because like, I mean, it's accomplished, you know, obviously. Like, oh. People like really bike like long ass distances. I mean, they have no other choice. But it's like, bro, strong ass people, bro. Strong as fuck. Honestly, gotta respect it. Respect. That stop thing on the back. Why does that shit look like a deli sign? Why that stop thing does look like a deli? That look like a deli sign. Damn, he hit that 3-layer. It's both of them. Like, why is bro just standing there? Like, what are you doing? Come on, wave. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, they're just like people just like playing in the fucking. What the hell was going on up there? Oh, what the fuck? Guys. Before I die one time, like, I just wanna. I feel like if, like, I know, like, I'm like about to die or something. What the fuck? Like, I was just going the wrong way. Like, if I know I'm like about to die, I want to just like go to India and just like drive. Maybe on like a moped or like a motorcycle. I mean, like, some kind of carb that's like ill one. Like, I don't know. I want to drive like insane in it once in my life. Feeling not hitting it, you know. I got focus. How people even using their turns? Oh, there's a no parking sign there? Yeah, people definitely following that. What is this guy doing, though? You got a whole lane to yourself. You can pass. What is this guy doing? And you're laning. How hard is it to do? Just stand. Top Gear wasn't exaggerating about driving in India. Oh, yeah. I hit the white line. On to the last few things in the list for today. I got some music reactions from my goat, Marcelli. This is this guy who I posted him a bunch on my YouTube community tab. His remixes are incredible. If you're into just like, especially just like Travis Scott, like these kinds of like ethereal types of remixes, you'll hear what I mean. Hold on, I haven't heard these three. Destroy Lonely. Destroy Lonely is cool to me. He's never been like my favorite. But he's always been cool. So Destroy Lonely, it looks good. Marcelli remix. I don't even think if I know the original. Oh, I need to turn the lights off. Oh, I do. I think I know this one. I think it's been like a TikTok song. That's on Kendrick raising Grand National GNX prices even more. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, they're going to be going through the roof. Oh, yeah. I know this shit from TikTok sound. That guitar. Let's turn it up. This is really good. Don't get me wrong. I don't even know the original song that well, so I don't. But I mean, I can already see the outro. It's a big old spike. I mean, it's the chat's kind of blocking it for y'all, but I'm expecting the outro to be good. I don't think I'm quite high enough for this. Maybe I should re-listen to it after I smoke this, but I'm still enjoy it. Oh, wait. This is that was the most replayed part. Okay, to be fair, I don't really know the original song that well, so that probably was a big improvement. Okay, you know what? Hold on. I want to do it. I want to do one set of it. Hold on, wait. No, you know what? Fuck it. I haven't heard this song, but this better be good. Oh, never mind. I know this one. Alright, I'll love to Marcelli. I'm gonna skip around a little bit. Hold on. Because I want to play, okay, I want to play another one that I've already heard from Marcelli. Okay. Marcelli, he deserves way more than I have, bro. Marcelli's so fucking good. He deserves way more subs than I have, bro. Are you kidding me? He deserves, I mean, bro, he deserves at least, very least. Hold on.
Don't you open up that window. Don't you let out that antidote. Popping pills is all we know. In the hills is all we know. Don't go through the front door. It's low key at the night show. So don't you open up that window. Don't you let out that antidote. Sunday, do it all again on Monday. Split the check on the weekend. I might do it all again. That's bullshit. I just hit a 3-peat. Fuck 3 hoes I met this week. I don't do no O's. My nigga, that's a no-no. She just walked the want the narrow. Who that at the front door? If it's the feds, oh no, no, no. Don't you open up that window. Don't you let out that antidote. Popping pills is all we know. In the hills is all we know. low key at the night show.
I did so many like late night drives to this song back in like, when did this come out? Yeah, like it was like late 2022, I think. Yeah, like I did so many late night drives to this shit.
Stack it up day to day, young nigga, you know you gotta go get it, my nigga. They hating, they staking, they waiting. Don't be mistaken, we dying, they stand. Lord, I'm on fire, they thinking I'm safe. Calling me crazy on different occasions. Kicking the cameraman off on my stages, cause I don't like how he snapping my angles. I'm overboard and I'm over impatient. Over my niggas and these, cause my agents dealing with more shit that's more complicated. Like these two bitches that might be related. H-Town, you got one. And you bun be like a number one. It's late night, got a late show. If you wanna roll, I got a place where go through the front door. It's low key at the night show. So don't you open up that window.
40K views on this shit is fucking criminal, bro. Okay, one more. I'm probably gonna end it off with this. I think this is a good shit to end it off on. Hold on. Oh yeah. I remember people were asking, myself included, for this shit, begging for him to make this shit for like ever since when I found myself. And then when he dropped it, oh my god. Listen to the song. We started, symbolic that something becoming. I always thought
some more money, order some more money, order some more bottles, order some more bitches, order some more money. I know you wanna be rich, man. When the night calls, and me all these, I'ma spend it all. Always when the night calls, when the night calls, we want money, we want hoes, we want alcohol. All these hundreds, all these thousands, I'ma spend it all. Always when the night calls, when the night calls, all the money, all the hoes, and me all. All these hundreds, all these thousands, I'ma spend it all. Always when the night calls, when the night calls, we want money, we want hoes, we want alcohol. All these hundreds, all these thousands, I'ma spend it all. Always when the night calls.
hell yeah, so fucking good, bro. All right, well, I think that was a good way to end off the stream. Yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all for joining, even though it's in the middle of the fucking night. Ton of fucking fun. I want to do this as soon as I can next. I mean, I'm surprised I'm able to stream considering how busy this week is. But want to stream again, like really fucking panic. Night, y'all. Good night, Yova. Take care and